Two-time television champion. He is a history of that. King bringing Isom
All right, here we go.
back to his feet. That weapons carry Isom knows
All right, so we're watching Ring of Honor 2018
rolling back, rolling through.
Final battle.
It's Isom.
Sorry, I was having trouble with my camera for a while. I'm gonna see up here.
Got away as soon as he could. Again.
I was having a lot of trouble with my camera, but it's working fine now. So here we go. Sorry for the late start, by the way.
Here in New York City. Fans for Eli in the crowd. That's what he needs. Average whip down reverse and Isom. Great strategy. Has it back up. Big belly to belly. I thought he was going to throw him out of the ring. Kenny's able to stay in. Charges Isom. Isom's still able to throw him. And now he's on the attack. Back elbow.
We're 15 minutes in now, so.
You can tell a lot of taking Isom early already. Twisting roll up. Isom gets out of it. Kicks King down. Trying to pin him. No. Isom looking. Oh, drives him down. Up the leg. Two. Ooh. Veteran presence by Isom, knowing to go with the powerbomb. Just take Kenny's weight and drive him down there, Cole. Well, he's doing
Isom versus Kenny Omega right now.
The Americans. Hashtag ROH final battle. Front face lock by Isom. Centers of gravity dropping for both men to prevent any kind of suplex here.
Nice suplex from Isom.
What's he going to follow? You can almost see him thinking. Yeah, the wheels are turning. And that's the advantage of Kenny King. Wow. Speaking of advantage. Oh, that's that darker side of Kenny King who's willing to take any path he needs to. Fireman's carry into a chin checker. King.
Oh, nice move by King.
Using the top rope as a literal clothesline over the throat. Springboard. Blockbuster. Be kind. Rewind. 1, 2.
Oh, he let him up. Big mistake there.
Turning it early. He's going to hold on to those late fees, Ian. Yeah, he better be careful. He might run up quite a tab. We see this time and time again. This comes back to fight you, Cole. I know Kenny wants to make a statement on the biggest show of the year, but the statement to be made would be a clear victory in the middle of the ring. Win the match. Yeah. Reestablish yourself. Yeah. I thought he had one. He did have it. Hey, see, already. Top of those tag team fight. That will be our main event for right now. It is King. It is Isom doing battle here. Sold out Hammerstein Ballroom.
This is Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City. This is the start of Ring of Honor. So.
Jumping in security stunts Isom. And he's great. There's no denying this. Kenny King is a great wrestler. Can put this thing out of its misery whenever he wants. Sure can. Oh, right flush.
Oh, got it. Inside cradle and kick out.
Came back up, and now it's Isom. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, nice move.
Gory special.
Gory special.
He's not done. Oh, big combination. Two. Oh.
So far, it's been a very good match.
Those are backslide drivers into that pinning combination. Not enough. If you're Isom, though, Cole, what are you thinking right now? You don't sit there and yell and pound the mat. You gotta try and find that next gear, right? You gotta try. You gotta go for it. What are you waiting for, Isom? Find a move, hit him with it, finish this thing. Off the ropes. Quickly brought by Isom. Isom, oh, caught this time. That's the well right there, Ian. Drives him down. Cover. 2,
3. Yeah. Okay.
Winner of the match, Kenny King.
Winner of the match, Kenny King over Isom. So I'm still having trouble with my camera here. I don't know what's going on. I tried to do a live stream earlier. I was having some problems, so usually it works well, but not tonight. It always happens around these events. So Kenny King for the victory. Definitely a very good match to start the show. Sold out house tonight. No respect from Kenny King. Yes, no, I am part of the Honor Club. G. I kind of have the camera right next to me, so thankfully Ring of Honor and Impact aren't as anal as WWE. You can't have sound playing, otherwise you're going to get a copyright claim, so... That's the beauty about doing these type. You can do these type of shows no problem compared to like I said with WWE. If you try it with WWE, boom, copyright claim, no problem, and or your video will just get blocked.
Finally have to stand across the ring with somebody who's just as strong. Somebody who hits harder than you do.
The match goes on. Just pre-match hype, folks, so far. Nothing major.
This has been a feud built on one-upmanship, on feats of strength, two goals from the Encore, with the Ring of Honor World Television title on the line.
All right, so for the TV title, Hangman's making his way to the ring. Hangman Page.
Here in Ring of Honor is a premonition. I don't know what that means, but it must be. Is it foreshadowing? I don't know what that means. Is it a signal that Adam Page may walk out of New York City with gold around his neck? All makes sense. There he is, the Hangman. And the Hammerstein Waller of almost his second home. We remember him doing that Rhodes toll on the balcony here. Almost like he won over the whole company, the whole wrestling world with one backflip.
All right, Hangman's made his way to the ring so far, so...
For a premonition? Maybe a foreshadowing. It's, when Adam Page, here's a young man who barely has been 20. His first final battle here was 2013 with Cody in an match he won in the summer, defeated Minoru Suzuki, and then he turned around, was back home less than 24 hours, went across the pond in the UK, almost won the international title, almost no rest and no sleep, and he's a guy that just has the stamina.
Let's go. I'll call a nice entrance, folks. All right. All right, Jeff Cobb's making his way to the ring right now. Or what I call Ring of Honor's Samoa Joe, as I call him. Well, if you don't like it, go somewhere else, Tinks. I don't really care what you think. Honestly, I don't. Any more out of you, you're blocked. How about that? Free country in a free world. I'm entitled to watch whatever I want to. You don't like it, get out of here. How about that?
Take a look at the World Television Champion, and there is no better man than to introduce the World Television title bout. And this man, the real voice of Ring of Honor, Bobby Cruz.
Holy contact! He's scheduled for one fall, and it's for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. Introducing first to my right, the challenger, wrestler out of Queens, Virginia, weighing 223 pounds, Hangman Adam Page.
All right, Hangman's made his way to the ring so far, so...
His opponent tonight is wrestling out of Honolulu, Hawaii.
Honolulu. I've been to Honolulu. I love it there.
He is the Ring of Honor
Levity Bond.
Television Champion.
I'm watching this on computer right now.
Television championship Cobb
The Ring of Honor Club. So
his very first Ring of Honor match.
it cuts the pay-per-view price down considerably compared to when you're trying to buy it outright, which is very expensive. Not as bad as WWE, but pretty close. So.
It's almost like King and Ice was the appetizer. As we see the talent that they have here. Yeah, amazing that Cobb's not the more experienced man. We talked about the youth of Adam Page. Page has a bit of a size advantage. You got to think the strength advantage goes to Cobb, the world television champion.
The hobo and his girlfriend wrestling review. Yeah, you're welcome. You're very welcome. There's different tiers of the Honor Club too. Oh, here we go. Match is on its way. It's Hangman Page versus Jeff Cobb. Just for anyone just joining. Oh, big kick out of Page. I'm just gonna call the match as it goes on. All right. Pardon me if I missed your comment.
Who can hit harder? Who can go bigger?
A block from Jeff Cobb. Drop kick from Page.
This whole match till we get a winner, and you better believe we're gonna have a winner tonight. And they barely touched each other leading up to this. And it's Page who's taking it to.
Oh, nice! Oh, a nice cover! Oh, suplex!
We have not seen that here.
Nice! That was awesome.
He is a machine. He is a juggernaut.
Yeah, the crowd. Yeah, I can speak for the crowd. Oh no! If you guys can hear the cursing and swearing, then there goes my AdSense right there. So, wow, what a counter that was!
We've been calling matches for
Take notes, WWE. Now, keep in mind, I haven't been watching WWE in forever, so I don't know what's going on. So, from what I hear, I'm not really missing much.
An Olympian, he's an Olympic athlete, and he is here in Ring of Honor, and he is dominating.
Oh, nice move by Cobb.
Twisting with that European uppercut. And deceiving, you wouldn't look at Jeff Cobb and think he has the athleticism like that. The opposite, if you will. But the same can be said for Adam Page. And I think about Page can catch his breath. If he gets an opening, I think he can turn this around, Cole. This isn't all Cobb. Cobb's got the advantage right now, but this is going to be back and forth. And I noticed you said before, they never really touched each other right in this match. Let's talk about Ring of Honor. It's all about the prestige in the ring. We do our battles in the ring. Honor. It's about honor.
Elbow from Cobb. Oh, drop kick to the knee from Page. Oh, moonsault off the ropes, similar to Chris Jericho by Page. And a kick out from Cobb.
You wonder if Page did some damage to his own knee there. You saw him check his knee. Now, Jeff Cobb checking his knee. Maybe that's how you got to do it for these two cuts down below. You see Page just stalking.
Ric Flair chops from Page.
Snap there, sends Cobb down. You need to be strong, Cole, to be able to do that to Jeff Cobb. Strong boy. Country strong.
Oh, nice.
You said there's that agility. You still think you're going to stay on the Hangman, but he can do it all. A top recruit, if you will. Right? Got that 40, got that vertical. And it's crazy. We've seen the growth of Adam Page. We mentioned.
All right, Cobb's in the middle of the ring. Page is climbing the turnbuckle, it seems like. He's going for a moonsault.
This is Hangman Page.
Cobb from behind.
It's been remarkable. And to the metamorphosis, the genesis of the juggernaut. What is he going for?
Oh, what is Cobb trying to do here, folks?
Look! Oh, I don't want to look at this. Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Page fighting for his life. Elbows out of it. That's second rope on the inside.
Drop kick from Cobb.
Drop kick by the Juggernaut.
CTO Gaming. If I turn the camera to the show, I'm gonna get a copyright claim. Adam Heb. I'm watching this on the Ring of Honor website right now.
Looks for a belly to belly now. Going for the front face lock. I mean, we see that
on the Honor Club.
all over his gear.
Josh, that's where I'm watching it right now.
But he'll do it in
I
the
just
ring
mentioned it.
too. No, he's never done it to a man this size. Look at the cockiness. Just stop.
Oh man, he's holding the page up.
Look at him. Hanging 10. Shaka Brock. Whoa.
Nice suplex from Cobb on the page from the top rope.
But he is the champion. And delivers with a superplex. Oh, just a lock out. He's not done.
Oh, nice moonsault. You gotta give Cobb credit, man. He is athletic for a man his size.
Move over to New York City. What's he going for now, Cody?
Oh, he just missed.
Nobody home for Cobb. Going for a standing shooting
Page got out of the way.
This isn't Flip Gordon. This is heavyweight Olympic athlete Jeff Cobb. And the crowd is on fire.
Oh, crowd's really into it now. Oh.
He's put the stop to that. With a lot of intensity in the corner. Placing Jeff Cobb up on the top turnbuckle. And now he is looking to separate those legs. Television championship is
looks like Page's going to go for a superplex on Cobb.
We're into a final battle. Our defending television champion. First defended here in 2011. Will we see a new champion? We might have Adam Page connect with a superplex of its own.
Well, it depends. This is kind of a medium-sized sort of a brand. Ring of Honor. It's not as big as say WWE is, or New Japan. So a lot of companies are cracking down too. So keep that in mind. Oh my goodness, that is raw power from Page.
I'll tell you what, that took everything out of him. What's it worth? And I asked you that, and let's take another look.
That's a near 300-pound man. He did a fall-away slam to. That is incredible, folks. I got to give credit is due. Well,
Maybe now's the time that shooter will work off the apron. We've seen Page head to the very top for that moonsault. So many options. And he's looking for
he's got, he jumped out. Both are on the outside right now. I gotta say, the crowd's really into it now.
And if that was no regard, I thought that was enough. But like I said before, he'll hit that moonsault from the very top. Go to the top. See you later.
Oh, he's gonna go for the moonsault from the top, and he's right on Cobb on the outside. Man, that was incredible.
Unbelievable. No regard for his body at all. As we take it, the run up top he goes. And down he falls on a jump out. That was 4 seconds. He was in the air, Colton. Under the hang time. I counted on the replay. They don't go the hangman for nothing. Hang time for the hangman. And now, bringing Cobb back into the ring. In Ring of Honor, you can only win championships by pinfall or submission. This is where he needs to be, Cobb.
Oh, nice.
There's that standing shooter.
And Cobb kicks out.
Up with a hip kick.
Oh, another kick out.
You're absolutely right. They don't lie. Driving through. It's almost the difference between a person like Eli Isom and Gigantic shooting star kicked out. He went right for it again. You can't sit around and question why you haven't won the match. You go win the match. And Page is looking to do just that right now. He is thinking, contemplating his next move. But I gotta wonder, Coach, you can't spend too much time doing that. You're doing such a great job.
Oh, another forearm from Cobb on the Page.
To his feet. Page delivers and challenging him. Elbow from Cobb. This was that game of one-upmanship you were talking about. This is exactly what they want. This is
Forearm from Cobb.
What this feud, what this match has been all
Been back and forth so far. Oh, nice combination.
Open palms. Polynesian strikes there. Grabbing the ankle of Page. Looking to get him out of the corner. Cobb.
Oh, nice catch from Cobb.
Page trying to fight out of this.
Oh, nice power driver from Cobb. An exclusive partnership with YouTube and Google, so therefore, you know, so that's why I know that's because ROH and Impact are not that big, so. But it's only a matter of time before they start cracking down too, especially where the rate these companies are going. Because you know, Ring of Honor, is set to go mainstream in April with their Super Show with New Japan. And Impact, I think, is going to have a better year next year. They had a really good year this past year, so.
Matching those elbow strikes from the Hangman. Boxing him up, and now it's Cobb.
Another problem with WWE, when I try to stream it, I think they've set it up to where, they've copyrighted that part. So when you try to stream it, it slows down the stream completely, like your camera. That's what someone told me anyways. I'm not sure. If anyone's a tech expert, please let me know. Okay? I'm no tech expert, so. But back to the match. Oh, Page just kicked out.
Not the tightest hook of the leg, not the greatest cover. I gotta think, Cole, that when the buckshot lariat was hit.
It's best not to have it live. If you do, you're going to get a copyright claim. That's just what happens.
You gotta wonder, looking maybe for Cobb on the island.
Oh, Cobb just kicked out. Sorry, man. This is a really good match so far between Page and Cobb. So, yeah, don't take it personal. I've had copyright claims from WWE too. I had no choice but to take the video down. And when I've done streams, I had to do them with the headphones on, just to avoid any copyright claim.
He was right there, best seat in the house. The Hangman's in the gallop. It's getting late.
Oh, nice.
He's not done. He's not done. One for the money, two for the show.
Oh, what a move. And I think this is it. This got to be it. All right, Cobb wins. Cobb keeps the title. And another good, and another solid match. 2 solid matches so far, folks. Take that, WWE.
We knew coming in, Cole, that whoever won this.
Yep, Cobb versus Page. Cobb won. And a really good match, by the way. So.
The World Television Championship. Wow, that was number 2.
Zachary, sorry, I didn't mean to, neglect you there, but
He hit him with that tour of the island, and he knew. He knew how tough of a man Hangman Page was, and he made the call.
Well, it depends. some, like I said, I don't know if they do it for free or anything like that. I'm not sure, Francisco. I mean, I'm just doing a live stream reaction video to the show. I'm not actually streaming it. I'm watching it, sure, but I just don't want to show the video because I don't want to get a copyright claim. So, okay, I guess I can talk to you guys now since they're just sort of just talking. Sorry, stupid camera. Not used to it.
Championship match to another for the very first time in Final Battle history. We will see the Women of Honor World Championship on the line just 1 year after the title.
All right, women's match up next.
Final battle. It's Sumi, Kelly Madison, and Karen. It's here in New York City.
I've trained my entire career for moments like this, for this moment. I'm walking into Final Battle as a challenger, and I am walking out the Women of Honor.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what she said when she faced Su Yung at Slammiversary, which was an amazing pay-per-view, by the way. No.
But you and I both know you have not.
Okay, this is all just pre-match hype stuff we've seen before, and so so far it's been a good show. Two good matches so far.
Karen punches her ticket, earned her spot at Final Battle to compete for the Women of Honor World Championship.
You have 16 days. Did you get a copyright strike? There, Hobo and his girlfriend?
That's Madison Rain. No love lost there. The first time the title will be on the line at Final Battle. The world champion live. And they all fall down.
Yeah, I hear you there, Zach. I you know, it's just usually I've just shut off all my streams, all of my feeds and everything, but sometimes no matter what, you're gonna get someone's gonna spoil it for you somewhere. Hobo and his girlfriend. I'm very sorry to hear that.
The first women's title defense at Final Battle. This is huge.
Incredible. The first time.
That is such crap. I know. I mean, I've never had a strike on my channel. Like I've had claims where they just, you know, where I had no choice but to take the video down. So. Well, I think what YouTube does, they let you off with a warning, like with the claim, and if you do any more, they'll give you a strike. So. All right, women's match is starting. Karen Q is making her way to the ring. So.
This is almost like an Eli Ison situation, except Karen, you know, at almost a similar.
All right, Karen Q's in the ring so far, so.
But when the rubber meets the road, you have somebody like this international star.
All right, now Madison Rain's making her way to the ring.
I'm gonna say it.
Well, Hobo and his girlfriend, the best thing to do is pretty much just to go online. Like, I got WWE Network, and what I do is when I watch the show, I just have the headphones on and have no sound playing in the background. It's uncomfortable doing WWE streams, but that's the only way to really do it, so you don't get a copyright claim and you don't show the screen. If you show the screen, you're going to get it. If you go to a lot of the mainstream wrestling sites, yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Go for it. Like even the mainstream sites, they don't. You notice how none of them have the sound playing in the background when they're doing the streams, for the reasons that I just mentioned. You can't. Well, and Anthony, I've tried that before, and it resulted in copyright claims. it's very hard to like. I don't know. I mean, some you can dispute, but WWE it's hard to dispute because this is a $1 billion company after all. I mean, Ring of Honor and Impact are not $1 billion companies. They're still relatively small. I'll definitely look it up when I can. Sure, thank you. Now that you mention it.
Or some sort of way to retain the championship by count out, by disqualification. Here, really, the decision was made to give every competitor.
Yeah, I think that makes a big difference too.
Right, because championship is nine, and she's to lose the championship. It has to be.
Damn, Sky's got quite a pair, man. Holy moly.
But really, everybody getting an opportunity. The champion, whoever comes out, will be the true champion. But right now, you are looking at the
Jared Holmes, Cobb won. Great match, by the way, too. Very close.
Let's take you back. It was the Women of Honor Championship Tournament. Defeated Nakamura Kagetsu, Neil Jackson, and Kelly Klein. That supercard of honor defeated Neil and Kelly in the same night. One of the biggest upsets in Ring of Honor history. Since then, though, Mandy, she's had a number of defenses, including Kenny Rhodes, Chardonnay, Kazuki, and Madison Rain. She has single wins over all three other competitors. Right? Maybe giving her a little bit of an advantage, but at this time, let's take it to the voice of Ring of Honor, Bobby Cruz, for our championship introduction.
Oh, Suzuki is not interested in all the confetti in the ring.
Quarter survival elimination match, and it is for the Women of Honor World Championship. Introducing challenger number 1, wrestling out of Chinatown, New York City, Karen Hughes.
Hometown favorite here at Final Battle.
Challenger number 2 is wrestling out of Columbus, Ohio, Madison Rain. Challenger number 3 is wrestling out of Cincinnati, Ohio, the Gatekeeper, Kelly Klein.
Damn, Klein. I gotta admit, Kelly's got quite a rack, man. Holy moly.
Shore, Japan, she is the Women of Honor World Champion, Sumi Sakai.
Jersey Shore, Japan, GTR, Japan.
Jersey Shore, Japan.
Sumi Sakai holding that championship for 8 months. Senior referee Todd Sinclair, the man who drew the assignment for the biggest match in Women of Honor history. No hyperbole there. No coincidence. 4 women, and we are trending at number 4 in the United States. We encourage you to tell Mandy, Colt, and myself who you think will leave New York City the Women of Honor World Champion. It is elimination, which means there must be 3 falls to decide the winner.
All right, match is about to start. Here we go.
Match. Oh, look at this. Kelly Klein and Karen. Karen pairs off with the champion. It's Kelly and Madison Rain doing battle in the opposite corner.
My heart is racing right now. This is such a big match. I mean, it's just a year ago that we announced the first ever Women of Honor Championship. It was such an emotional moment for everyone, including myself, on the women's roster. Now we're here, the first ever women's match at Final Battle.
First pinfall by Madison Rain.
I can't even decide.
Nice drop kick by Jimmy.
The best record in Ring of Honor, period, in 2018.
Oh, nice suplex by her, too.
History in the making.
All right, now as usual, I'm gonna call the match, and I'm gonna tell you what's happening, okay?
We'll pair off 2 women in the ring. Madison Rain, high cross body at
Oh.
and a big drop kick on Kelly Klein.
All 4 women are outside of the ring right now.
Women supporting our military there in the first row as we take a look here at the replay.
Oh yeah, you got U.S. military front row. Thank you all very much for your service, man. Thank you so much for the freedom you provide and for the life we live.
Actually, I like the feel. I have to say, my favorite tonight is Madison Rain. I love Sumi Sakai, but I mean, the story behind Madison, just being super mom, and Charlie, her daughter, is at home watching this, and just such an inspiration to see her mom succeed and bring home that title. I really want to see that.
Well, it's great to see Madison back in the ring. Last time I saw her, she was put in a casket by Young in Slammiversary.
Left her home of Japan and just moved to America for an opportunity. Here she is. Second rope on the inside. Now it's Madison. Crossbody on Sui.
Crossbody from Madison.
Ooh. That would not have won Madison the title, but you got to think it would give her a lot of confidence if she could have been the champion. Great roll up, roll through. Oh, bridge. Oh, wait a minute. Under a choke. She's got her. That forearm. Now I question this big time. Yeah. What? Karen Q.
Oh, Karen Q's got both of them. Oh, my goodness.
Maybe she wanted to do two at a time.
She's got both in a Boston Crab. That's unreal.
And this is referee's discretion if they both count. This is like in Chicago, I got a double dog. You do two at a time. And then just wrenching them both. Four legs are going to overpower. Again, Karen Q breaking up that submission for her own ego. I'm not sure what it got her. And they could have eliminated Madison Rain. Sumi, of course, with that MMA background, very skilled in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Taekwondo. We see Kelly dumping Sumi
Oh,
to the
there
outside.
goes Sumi outside of the ring. This is 3 in the ring so far.
She went to Japan over the summer with her second tour there, and she came back so strong. It was almost like when Karen defeated her, she had these matches after that. We kind of lost touch of the tough.
Well, you can find it on the Ring of Honor website. I'm subscribed to their Honor Club. That's how I'm able to watch this show. So.
It's her time to bring that badassery back.
Oh, nice.
I see that badassery from that.
And the NCAA gymnast and the NCAA softball player showing their athletic prowess. That's what Tiger gets to do. Just an athlete, I think we can say. She has brought that to the ring. And these two have decided to team up a little bit. This is unusual because the bad blood that boiled between those two called. We call those matches. It got under Kelly's skin so much that Karen Q seemingly had her number for the longest time. We see Kelly and Madison, Irish whip into the corner. Talk about the badassery of Kelly Klein, but when those big matches come, she has really not been there.
Oh, double team from Kelly Klein and Karen Q on Madison Rain right now.
Kelly calling the whole time.
Gotta say though, her tour of Japan, she had a very successful tour, beating major stars like Mayu Iwatani, who has competed here before. And
Oh, poor Madison Rain's just getting pummeled here by two of them.
Fierce attitude and presence to her, and I mean,
We see it right now. The record certainly speaks for itself since her return to beating Jenny Rose to qualify. Focusing on Madison Rain. It's Karen Q off the ropes.
Oh, Madison got out of the way, and Klein's been knocked out of the ring by Karen Q.
Klein is out of the ring. Take advantage and eliminate Madison Rain. That's the close line. It's Madison Rain.
Forearm by Madison Rain.
That's a double axe. And Madison connecting the left. And these quick strikes firing up. Takes that Karen.
I always love Madison Rain's forearms.
Into the ropes. Irish whip now reversed by Karen Q. Catches her. Crucifix.
Oh.
Driven into the mat. 1, 2. Oh, so close. And super crucifix by Madison Rain. And still making her way up to Madison. Able to spot her. It's almost like you have to have eyes in the back of your head. In this elimination match for Women of Honor World Championship is
nice.
on the line.
oh no.
We're seeing some
Oh, my goodness.
allies here.
All 3 are on the top turnbuckle right now. Oh, now all 4. Oh, my goodness.
The gatekeeper
Oh.
locks that gate up.
Klein is a beast, man. Holy moly. There's no doubt about it.
1, 2.
Kick out by Klein.
Whip to there. Thousand players in each of the midsection of Madison Rain. Very aware that that was almost for elimination. The champ is caught. Dumped out of the ring. And leaves Kelly and Karen. That's the close line. Well, Nelson slam.
Oh, Phil Nelson slam from Karen Q. And Klein
Now,
kicks
maybe
out.
this is kind of a smart tactic on Sumi's end to roll out of the ring and kind of let these girls do their own thing, you know? Because
If it was me, I'd be out of that ring. I'd be under the ring. So there was one competitor left. For the Boston
Oh,
crowd.
nice escape from Karen Q.
Here, Women of Honor. And Kelly looking for a backslide here. Uh-oh. K-Power.
Okay, power. And 1, 2, 3. Karen Q has been eliminated.
Karen Q has been eliminated.
She just pushed Karen Q out. Get out of here. I got work to do. On to the next one. On to the next one. The gatekeeper. Madison right up. Could she make it 2 in a row? Madison gets out of the big left from the southpaw. Locking the fingers.
Madison on top rope and up top tornado DDT.
Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Let those shoulders exposed though, Cole. And Mandy, Cole, when you're in this far in a match, how difficult is it to make those kind of decisions? To go for the cover, to sink it in, to cover the shoulders. I mean, you got to go for the cover, you got to go for it, right? You always thought that way. Mandy, I think Mandy's right. I'm outside the whole time.
Oh, cutter, diamond cutter, RKO from Madison Rain. 2 at just kicked out.
These girls are proving themselves. These women, they are in there. They are killing it right now, and they're not going to let anybody stop them. Someone wants that championship, and it's Sumi's heart. They are enough to keep it.
Oh, nice move, Madison Rain. And Sumi is just kicked out.
Madison, she is in disbelief. Madison, you were right there. You almost hit the champion. Put your foot on the gas. Keep driving. I almost think this is almost the game of big run. I think in this situation, maybe.
Oh, nice move by Madison Rain. Sumi keep. Oh, I think that's it for Madison Rain now.
Yes, indeed. Oh, Kelly kicking Sumi. Wait a minute. 1, 2.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Madison Rain's out. She's been eliminated. She got pinned by Kelly Klein.
2.
Madison Rain has been eliminated.
Kelly Klein. Yes, indeed. And now it's the champion. And it's the gatekeeper.
Final 2 now.
And Sumi, these two. Duke it out. New Orleans making history for the Women's World Championship. And it's on the line. These two meeting for the first time in that fateful night. In the Big Easy. Almost a game plan maybe by Sumi Sakai, allowing Kelly to do the damage to the first 2 competitors. Trading blows.
Just basically trading fists back and forth right now.
Tucks the climb line off the rope. Sumi connects with a big forearm. And now it's Kelly. Wow, great to take down. Look at this.
Sumi Q submission.
Sumi using those legs and now twisted Kelly. Kelly needs to keep those fingers locked. That is her only hope. Sumi has retained the title in big matches before. Look at that.
Oh, Sumi's almost got it.
Barely holding on.
The fingers are just barely holding on here.
Look at that. Look at that. Keeping it locked in. And look at the sense of confidence now on Kelly Klein. She has it. Oh, gripping the wrist, getting a better grip. The strength that Kelly driving Sumi down.
Oh, you got it. She's got it. She's got it.
It is locked in. Good. Kelly has to get to the rope for that.
Kelly got to the rope. Rope break.
Sumi keeping it locked in, getting her mind from there. Keeping her center of gravity very low.
Now this is a make or break moment. Kelly was smart enough to know where she was going to get to those ropes in time. Now it's the mindset of, okay, this is what's on the line. What do you mean?
Yeah.
My thing is gone. She's out of the ring. So now what do you have? You still have Sumi?
I don't know. Snap air. Kelly looking so good. Hitting 2 opponents front face lock here. Into the corner. Sumi driving Kelly into the corner. Catches her. Looking for Smash Mouth. Hey now. You're an all-star.
Oh.
Sumi got it.
Sumi got Smash Mouth.
Going for the cover. 1,
2.
3.
Oh. Kelly just kicked out. Just kicked out. Well, Brady, get out of here then. You don't like it? Go somewhere else. Simple as that. Any more out of you, you're blocked. How about that?
This is unbelievable. And I mean, look at Sumi. She's ready. She's ready to end this match.
A woman who trained with Jaguar Yakuma Linus Asuka came to America with nothing in her hands.
Oh, blocked by Kelly Klein. Oh, powerbomb. Oh, Sumi just kicked out.
So close, yet so far away for the gatekeeper here in the Big Apple. Sold out Hammerstein Ballroom, bringing the champion back to her feet. Fire woman carry, could it be? K-Power.
I think this might be it.
1, 2, whoa.
Sumi just kicked out of the K-Power.
That is the fighting spirit of Sumi Sakai. Has been an underdog there, I say, her whole championship run. But there is so much heart in that little body. Such a fighter. It's Sumi Sakai and Kelly Klein cannot find enough to put her away. She's going to go until the tank is dry, until the levy breaks. I think Kelly Klein by now has to know that. Kelly Klein has got to pull out something that Sumi's never seen before, and she wants to pick up the victory. Sumi has had an answer for everything, a way to kick out from everything. We don't normally see Kelly.
We don't. I was just going to say this.
Go to the ropes. Fire woman's carry.
Carrie, if I do that, I get a copyright claim, so.
Super K-Power. Hook the leg. 1, 2.
Oh my God!
Wow. Ian.
Well, your winner, new champion, folks. I did not see that coming.
Sumi Sakai has been eliminated. The winner of the match. And you, Women of Honor, World
Well, I don't know if I can run the risk of doing so, so I'm sorry, Carrie. I had to disappoint you.
For 8 months, Sumi Sakai defied the odds. But it was Kelly Klein channeling the 18 months. She was undefeated the 18 months of dominance. Becoming just the second ever Women of Honor World Champion. We saw ROH.
Your winner, Kelly Klein.
What an honor it is to be
New Ring of Honor champion, folks. Gotta say, it was a pretty good match, yo. One of the better matches so far.
We saw the K-Power, that finishing move from Kelly. She perfected in stardom. She had to take it to the top, something Sumi has never seen before, and that was enough.
Well, the problem is, if you get a copyright claim, is that it takes about, like, a copyright strike. It takes 3 months to remove it. So there's really nothing I can do about it.
I wonder if you will adhere to it here tonight in New York City.
I don't know, Eddie. That's your call. We're 1 hour in now, so.
Great display of respect of Kelly Klein, the new Women of Honor World Champion. What a great champion Sumi Sakai was. But we are entering into a new era here with Women of Honor.
I'm guessing this is sort of a passing of the torch moment from Sumi to Kelly Klein. You gotta remember, Sumi's pretty old now, too. She's not a young woman anymore, so.
There she is, your new champion, Kelly Klein. And as we talk about new ushering in.
All right, Jonathan Griezmann versus Zack Sabre.
Official Ring of Honor debut. He's a technical wizard, but he's going to be. We have some
All right, Gresham versus Sabre Jr. next. Well, it's 6:05. I'm on the West Coast. I'm on Pacific time. It's 6:05 over here, so.
My reputation on the procedure. Wherever I go.
Yeah, okay, I guess I can just talk. It's just more pre-match hype.
I start at the bottom, work my way up, just like I'm doing here. Zach, you answered my challenge. You came from the big screen, and there was a big reaction to you. I don't want you to think for 1 second.
Well, they said it. Well, during the pre-show, they said 4 hours. So
I'm here for one reason only, and that's to prove to you, these people, and most
you probably could get it on the website.
So when you come to my,
Like I said, I'm watching this on the Honor Club, pretty much. You know, I'm watching this on the computer screen.
That's the best.
I kind of figured, judging from your time zone,
December 14th.
The match of his life, perhaps here tonight, Cole, against a man who has an international reputation that does precede itself. But Jonathan Gresham is a man who is now a two-time.
All right, Jonathan Gresham's just making his way to the ring, so there we go. Yeah, I know you're 3 hours ahead of me, Hobo and his girlfriend.
This match is set for one push in the ring. Looking at the matchup Briscoes. 175 pounds. The octopus, Jonathan Gresham.
All right, Gresham's made his way to the ring. Wow. All right, Zack Sabre. It's just making his way to the ring right now, so.
It's a good Briscoes the Outlaws, England. Weighing 187 pounds. Zack Sabre.
All right, so Zack Sabre's making his way to the ring, so.
This is a very big deal. The style that Zack Sabre Jr. represents is the style that Rick was born on. It was bred on. This is a man who we have been trying to get in our very ring for a long time.
Oh, here we go.
Wait a minute. Slap across the face. And that's what you can expect.
Sabre just slapped Gresham in the face, so. First, I gotta get all the confetti out of the ring.
But you couldn't even do an interview with Liam Gallagher without saying how great he was. There's this air of confidence, this air of just, I'm better than you. I know it for Zack Sabre here. But you got the wins he has, though. Wins overnight. Ibushi, Sonata, Tanahashi, Ishikawa, and others. In the New Japan Cup in the G1, you can afford to have that kind of attitude. Look at that, the experience so close. The weight so close. I will point this out.
Both made their debuts around the same time, so. Man, he's only Gresham's only 5'4". That is incredible. When you think about it, folks. All right, here we go. Match is started. Here we go. Oh, nice move by Gresham. Oh man, this is amazing how I think about Gresham's match is amazing how fast he is. Oh, another slap.
Gary wrestling fan the front of this match. And they should be as they're going toe to toe with some open hands. God, Zack Sabre Jr. I'll tell you what, both of these love that British sports style wrestling. It's so exciting. Both of these two. They actually play the fast right away. Grabbing the wrist, we mentioned the international reputations of both men. We talk about worldwide. We are trending worldwide. Thank you, fans, who are talking about this amazing event. Final Battle 2018 coming to you live in the Hammerstein Ballroom. And they've just been going hold for hold at this point, Colt. No man really establishing the advantage. You've been in the ring with both men, Colt. What was your game plan against Zack Sabre Jr. and then against Jonathan Gresham? Yeah, I did try to go toe for toe and hold for hold. And
basically a standard wrestling match so far. Gresham seems to be in control, so.
It shows that size isn't necessarily the make. I think Johnny Gresham has to understand that. He's understanding his whole career, especially here in the no matter how big you have to be. It's about technique. And Gresham has it. You know, normally when we see Gresham go for that ankle, go for that knee, we don't see competitors that necessarily know to go for the head, to go for the other wrist, to go to drive that point of the elbow into the spine, and know the count, and know the count. Correct.
Okay, after this match is over, I'm going to take a bathroom break, so give you a heads up on that. Oh, nice escape from Gresham.
Quick escape, too. You mentioned the Noah Suzuki, of course. Sabre Jr. aligned with Suzuki and New Japan these days. Really, somebody made a Red Road Tag Team Champions here in Noah Suzuki. Sabre's taken a lot of great mentors over the year. Initially, they do those premier promotions. Wrestling with Johnny Kidd, Steve Gray.
Oh man, a lot of escapes here. Oh. He's got Gresham in a leg choke.
What impresses me so much about Zack Sabre, correct me if I'm wrong, he's so inclined to know when something might not be working or might not be working to his liking to just go for something else like this. Head scissor with a hammerlock.
Another head scissor from Sabre.
That carotid artery with those hamstrings in the back of the knee. Now driving that elbow, that's so poignant with Sabre. He loves to just aggravate you in the ring, Cole. Very, very cocky.
Oh man, there's a lot of back and forth here.
And as everything resets, this seems to be Sabre's happy place against Gresham. The idea of the head scissor really eliminating a lot of things Gresham can do. I think it has to do with the reach, with the height advantage as Gresham.
Oh, nice escape. Oh, he just flipped the bird at a Sabre. Gresham did. Oh, now they're slapping back and forth.
Going back into the side.
Damn, man, it's amazing how quick these guys are.
Single leg takedown. Gresham, so quick, so fast. He saw that cover.
Whoa! It's obvious both these guys have distinct backgrounds in collegiate wrestling, so.
What was the adrenaline like? Because Gresham has to go on. He has not competed in the match. This match is his history match. Yeah, they say it takes 10 years.
Yes, it's Sabre and Johnny.
But Jonathan Gresham has put in a lot longer than 10 years and over 10,000 hours. That is for sure. This might be a spotlight for him, but he is very ready. He made the challenge. European uppercut from Sabre. Yeah, Gresham holding dominance in the middle of the ring. Zack Sabre going around. Wow.
Oh, another uppercut.
Under the jaw. Game plan seems to be revealing itself here. Ooh. Trying to frustrate, maybe intimidate Gresham.
Oh, Gresham drop kick.
First time match here for Ring of Honor fans. That's Gresham.
Oh, now Gresham's working on the knee.
Ooh, driving down on the foot.
I've got his foot.
Down. Wow. Manipulating.
If you hear any noise in the background, it's stormy out where I'm at right now, so just give you all a heads up, all right?
Really makes the opponent use Gresham's body.
Come to think of it, I better make sure everything's latched on tight. Make sure my windows and everything's shut, because it's really stormy. It's really pounding against the glass, so just give me a moment, okay?
Look at the neck. Look at the neck strength of Sabre. Wow.
Scooping the head back.
Oh crap! Sorry, just had to be sure. It's really stormy out right now, so.
Maybe revealing itself too.
All right, everything's locked up tight, so I'm good to go.
Side headlock this time. Sabre counters into a front face lock.
Anyone who lives in Florida can probably relate to this.
Shoulder takedown.
Now stormy it gets down there.
Wow.
We get nasty storms up here too, so.
Countering the hip toss, but leaves the wrist exposed for Gresham.
Come to think of it, I hope the power don't go out. Crap. Otherwise, I'm screwed, and there goes my stream. So you better hope nothing happens here, guys, for the next few hours.
He's got jockey from leg bind position. Great combination instead rolls through, decides to keep the submission on.
Yeah, that's the thing about living on coastlines. That happens. We get a lot of rain. We get a lot of harsh winds. So, and here's no different.
I think the testing contest here. Let it go, though. Look at that. Come on. Go for the ear. He's told me before that he feels not submit somebody for victory. He's that confident in fishing wrestling. Should be. We read the names. First UK winner ever. The New Japan Cup. The Naito Sonata. Arrogant. Another big European uppercut. Rattles Gresham. How many British wrestlers have been in G1 for New Japan Wrestling? Ooh, it's C3. Wow, that is it. Ooh.
Oh, nice chop from Gresham.
Say anything on the rest of that Jack Sabre. Back to the wrist lock here. Sabre Jr. has Gresham now on the mat.
Oh.
Plants the arm, drives the heel into the elbow, but it's Gresham back to his feet. And here's the fire. Here's the heart of Jonathan Gresham. He's moving. Paul's trying to look at this kind of match here. Paul's trying to go get the box advance. Go behind. Wow. Woo.
Oh man, nice moves. Oh, nice move by Gresham. German suplex, pin, and Sabre kicks out. Oh, nice forearm. Oh, uppercut from Sabre. Gresham's got submission. Hurricane parties. Well, I wouldn't say it's a hurricane, but you know, it's feels like it. I have snow. Depending where you are, I could imagine so. I mean, it is tis the season for snow, so.
One, two. You might have him here, Cobb. Who keeps the arm up, but Sabre catches the wrist. One eye is open to Gresham. It'll spin out. Wow, now going back to the arm of Sabre. Armbringer steps through. Oh, wait a minute. He could have it locked in here. Could have locked the push stretch here. But Sabre just so tall, though.
Oh, ankle lock from Sabre on Gresham. Knee and leg.
We thought Jeff Cobb versus Hangman Page was a back and forth match. Two perfectly matched athletes here in New York City. It's Gresham looking for the man. 1, 2. Ooh.
Oh.
1, 2, Sabre. No, barely. The Jonathan Gresham. But he does. And those are those big footy kicks that Zack Sabre likes to hit. So many different weapons in his arsenal. I don't know if that's probably intended for a football joke or not. Team over there. Sabre. He can stretch you. He can submit you. He can kick you. They can go toe to toe. But European uppercuts are the best of them. Now caught by Gresham.
Oh, another slap by Sabre.
Off the rope, Gresham comes across through the legs. And now Gresham, springboard.
Oh, springboard from Gresham.
No, it's not. Delivers. Great roll through now into the bridge.
Oh, just blocked.
Blocked by Zack Sabre. Going for one of his own. 1, 2.
Oh, he got him. Sabre just pinned Gresham. So your winner, Sabre. But it was a good match, yo. So definitely a great match. 4 solid matches so far. Usually by every WWE pay-per-view, I'm almost falling asleep by now, but thankfully this is not the case here, so.
We know we'll be seeing Sabre Jr. on Ring of Honor television come against Tracy Williams. That will be Sabre with his debut.
All right, definitely a good match so far. Sabre for the win, so.
Great wrestling match with Zack Sabre. So cocky, so confident. Thinks he is so good. Representing his country.
All right, up next, Matt Taven, Dalton Castle. This is going to be next.
Created. Matt Taven calls himself the Ring of Honor World Champion. He will face Dalton Castle here in New York City right now. We're going to take a look at what led to this Dalton Castle return in back in Philadelphia.
Please help me welcome our tag team partner, Dalton Castle. What? He's back!
Well, Matt Taven's been talking a lot of trash since Dalton has been away.
Matt Taven!
Welcome back. Oh, it's chaos now. Going for the chair. Bang a rag. Hook the leg. 2, 3. Dalton Castle making his return to Ring of Honor television. With a bangerang, and that was the difference for his team.
Oh, crap. It's really coming down hard up there, guys. So if something happens and my power goes out, sorry. Nothing I can do.
Never lost focus. But I did not work this hard to get back in the ring so I can crack. I didn't have a doctor take multiple needles, stick them into my spine, so I could.
I swear, when I first saw this guy, I thought, hey, I was like, did AJ Styles come to Ring of Honor? That's what I first thought when I saw this.
You must be confused because there's a new world champion here, and he is me.
Back. The championship you carry around isn't a rule.
Dalton, I have a surprise for you.
And with his Vinny
Oh, this is a big joke. And although it is fake, the rage you have ignited inside. Very.
No, come on! Making a statement is Matt Taven and the rest of the kingdom.
If you wanted my attention, guess what? You got it.
Sabre won between Gresham and, Sabre won pinfall.
Making his triumphant return to the Big Apple.
Okay, Dalton Castle's making his way to the ring, so.
We got big boys, we got small boys. All kinds of boys. Where's the ball side? Where's Dalton Castle at?
So.
Wow. There he is. Oh, yeah. Look at Dalton Castle. Ready for action. Here comes his final battle.
gotta admit, that's a nice entrance from Dalton Castle, though.
We see Dalton Castle using the improvised staircase.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't agree more.
Big company power football. Let's get a penalty to Ireland. 218 pounds. Dalton Castle.
I'm gonna ask you a question, Cole. Give it. Have you ever wrestled with a broken back? I ever wrestled with a broken back. You wrestled a lot of broken legs and a broken back. Have you ever wrestled with a broken back and a torn hamstring? Have you ever wrestled with a
Yeah,
broken
he looks just like AJ Styles. So funny.
What kind of riddle are you giving me here? I'm painting the picture of what Dalton Castle is way back from. His return. We know the injuries. Injuries to the neck, the hamstring, the back. The list goes on and on. One of the most disappointing Ring of Honor World Champions ever. He did so with those injuries. Only recently suffering the concussion at the hands of the Kingdom. He hasn't been medically cleared to compete here tonight on the New York State Athletic Commission. But I gotta wonder at what cost. And I've been called out a little bit for kind of calling out Dalton Castle, saying he's not the man he was when he was a champion. I know that's hard for him to hear and his fans to hear, but that's kind of how he's all wrapped up.
The only difference is he's a lot thicker than AJ Styles. That's about it, though.
The boys in the ring just rolling the feet. It will be a big test here tonight, called win, lose, or draw for the former Ring of Honor World Champion. First major singles test since returning.
All right, here we come, Saban. TK's on his way out, so here we go.
Shouting orders for Bobby Cruz. What? Where did TK line come from? Get your hands off Bobby Cruz. Get your hands off him. What are you doing?
His opponent, wrestling out of Boston, Massachusetts, weighing 227 pounds. He's representing the Kingdom. And he's the real Ring of Honor World Champion. Matt Taven.
Oh, man, that is a wicked entrance, though. Two really good entrances in a row so far. I'll give credit is due. Right. I think the damn it. Sorry guys, I think that my feed's acting up here. So
I know. We were hanging out backstage, very upset. Matt Taven was that he was not on Mass Fantasy World, where he thinks he's the real Ring of Honor World Champion. And first, we know a lot of first time fans are watching.
I know that's the amazing thing about it. So the slowdown here, guys. I think the wind is really, effing up everything. It's really blowing hard out there. So.
What did he do? He created his own championship. As we take a look now at the tail of the tape, and these guys almost mirror images of one
Both debuted 10 years ago. Nice.
Both very colorful, both very much great professional wrestlers. Let's not take that away from Matt Taven. He's one of only two men who ever hold titles in Ring of Honor, CMLL, and New Japan. Gonna be Romero. Shout out to Rocky. Shout out to Rocky Romero. But you know, when you're Matt Taven, you think in your own mind that you really are the champion. You understand it's not recognized by Ring of Honor as not being called. Sure. Okay, Dalton Castle. This is not authorized. This is not sanctioned. It is not sanctioned, but it is on the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, according to Matt Taven, this match is now for Matt Taven, real Ring of Honor World Championship.
Here we go, folks.
Well, Black Hero Rock checking in. He loves Matt Taven. Chris Sinister 86 says he wants Dalton to win and start wearing the purple championship. It looked good for him. Yeah. Sebastian checking in. He's loving it. Drew Hall checking in. Is saying that I'm wrong.
Oh, slap from Taven, and here we go. Match has started.
New York City. This charlatan of a champion is defending his title here. But Dalton Castle rolling around. He is an amateur.
Oh, he just spat on him. Taven did.
Look at this. The two trading blows. And Taven and Castle. This is turned into a brawl on the outside. Taven backs Castle into the guardrail. Some precious cargo out there. We know some of the Honor Club girls are out there, and they love Matt Taven. But so many fans love Dalton Castle, the former world champion. And how can you blame them? Gonna say double going around there with Taven. He looked all right. He looked in good shape. His body was mobile, but right now, and Taven hit in the corner. He's getting out of the way, ducking the clothesline.
He's stuck into his clotheslines here.
Here we go. Nobody home. Push the clothesline again.
Oh, we're going a marathon here, folks. This is awesome.
The former world champion Dalton Castle. Wow.
So far, it's been a very good match.
Oh, who is he called? Al Matt T, apparently. Big takedown from Castle. Yeah, Andy Ruff, really interesting. Called at the height of the injury, just a few weeks after the title match was canceled. Dalton did defend the title against Evil in England, and it was in that match.
Crap, guys. Just saw the light flicker. I don't know if you caught that. And
I think that's what he needs to do here tonight.
So,
Like the same game plan that he did against Evil on Honor United to defeat Matt Taven here tonight. I wouldn't go for power moves like that, Cole. He made a decision on the game plan, and he's sticking with it. Matt Taven.
oh, nice kick.
Woman. Dalton has the boy.
Dalton has the boys, so I'm going to ride or die. Don't worry. I'm going to leave it on. I'm going to try to, keep it on as long as I can here, so.
This might not be a bad game plan either, Coach. Striking. Matt Taven, maybe known as more of a cerebral wrestler. Wow.
I'm just giving you a warning in case something does happen here, so.
Already taking a lot out there. Those ducks in the corners, they come about 1,000 times. All that energy given into just trying to get one strike. Big night, that's chop. Castle now with the advantage. History of pro wrestling is loving Castle right now. Sassy Greyjoy, one of the Honor Club girls, rooting for Matt Taven. The crowd is split here, though, in the Hammerstein Cole. Ooh, big knee. Front face lock, great takeover. There from Castle. Looking for the pin. Taven's so smart to grab those ropes, Cole. Steady kind of. Apparently that purple championship on the line tonight. Who made that? You can't. You can buy the replica. Did he take it somewhere? I don't know. I get an investigative journalist on that. We tried to ask him on Facebook Live. He just said he kept on saying he earned it. Yeah, look at TK. Into the corner. No.
Oh, outside. Out he goes.
But it's Taven with the advantage.
Oh.
Two to the bush, and he's not done. No, he's not. Taven delivered. Looking for another round.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, crap. Oh, he landed right on the railing. Oh, no. You think about what Mick Foley says. If it looks like it hurt, it did. And that looks like it hurt. Let's see. Oh!
Thankfully, it looks just like the ribs I thought at first. Thankfully,
Well, thankfully, it looks like the ribs. What the hell are you trying to say, man? He bounced off that railing, and he bounced off pretty hard. Oh, thankfully, just the ribs. Gotta remember, folks, accidents do happen in the ring, and this is a prime example right there.
He's got to be done with. If I'm Dalton Castle and I'm rolling him in and I'm finishing this thing off. Yeah, I'm looking for the banger rag. I'm looking for maybe some submissions. As Castle delivers a big knee on the table. Even to even try and get up there. There's a lot of people that take every fiber of my being to say that statement. And I think Dalton Castle will probably take a count-out victory.
Well, look, don't worry. I mean, look, the referee also communicates with the wrestlers too to make sure that they're okay to continue. So, you know. Oh, but it still looks like it hurt though. Oh, onto the steps. Castle just hit the stairs.
Rolled down the stairs. And that back had become welted just a few minutes earlier, just before David made that dive to the outside. That David barely able. This is the big question. It's going to be his breath. We take another look right at those stairs. And down he goes like a squeak down those steps. But the breath is going to be a big part for the future of this match. Can David breathe? The rib cage, the chest. I gotta wonder, was it though cold? I mean, they've taken an opportunity to catch his breath there. And if they're not careful, he might not be on the same page. He might just cost David an opportunity. Energy back. Castle's back is melted at this point. David.
Oh, backbreaker from David.
Going for the cover 1, 2.
And
just
kick out.
whizzing it made is Castle. Yeah, so is David. Imagine going for a victory. You're putting your chest to chest, pushing it hold down on his shoulders. Believe me, every time he's going to make a pin, it's going to be hurt. I'll look for a Boston crab there. And the way Dalton Castle described the pain of the broken back, he said, imagine sciatica, but in both legs, they stick back. And then you just couldn't move in the hips. And then that's what he's playing it through. That's what he's been rehabbing from. It's like the playing field. You almost kind of think it's all even up. Chest going into the guard.
Oh, nice big chop. Another chop.
David goes right to these open chops.
Ric Flair chop, folks.
Now the Irish whip into the corner.
Good news, the wind seems to have slowed down, so I think I'll be okay for the rest of the stream. So you notice how you're not seeing the slowdown anymore, so that helps a lot.
Wrestler here in Ring of Honor. Now, David believes he is the top champion. And Castle kind of surprisingly going for the pull through single leg.
Sit up here. Don't have a bad back.
And across the chin, quite can't lock it into his own arm. But David going back to his feet. Trying to break the grasp. It's into the corner. Pushes him off. And look for the cover. 2. Clearly not enough there. Not enough, but a decent counter by Matt David. That's the close. Another throw by Castle.
Another suplex from Castle.
Those hips. And every time he does that, Cole, it's almost like he's got a limited amount. There's only a finite number of bullets in the chamber for Castle to use dealing with that injury if he wants to go to that power game. Big knee rattles David, and now it's Castle in command. David reverses. Kick to the hamstring, kick to the midsection. DDT.
Oh, nice DDT.
This could be it. Cover. 2. Ooh. You saw the desperation by Matt David. There was no cockiness in that pin. He knew how important it is to finish this matchup as soon as he possibly can. Both men so hurt, so damaged. You see Matt David now checking his left knee if there's something else now to add to the list. We know how to damage the history of that knee. Yeah, absolutely. Tore the ACL and MCL Final Battle 2015 in Philadelphia. Cost him the World Tag Team titles. Looking for climax. Castle powers out. see the struggle from Dalton Castle after every move, after every opportunity. He is moving so
Both are down right
slow.
now on the mat.
He is at the top of the card for his history, for what he's done in the past. But since this injury,
More than half over. It's been a solid show so far. So
on the card here, Ring of Honor. Watch Taven connects with a big elbow right across the jaw. Alternator checking on Taven. Wait a minute, TK Ryan.
oh, TK Ryan, cheap shot,
Gets one on
and the ref wasn't looking.
You gotta be kidding me. That piece of filth, TK Ryan. Well, don't worry, someone's gonna check.
Boys.
The boys are back in town. Well, through the ropes goes David. The boys.
Nice. Here comes, oh no. The Red Balloons just came. Oh no. Marcelia.
With their double DDT. Inverted the back of the head. Has he been under there the whole night? Is he going back under? Steven's got the championship. He's trying to avoid.
Oh, David's got the belt.
But your regular Taven has that. As the boys go under, Taven's got that title.
Oh, he hit him in the head with a belt.
TK has.
Oh, he just kicked out. Just kicked out.
Paul Turner did not see that shot as TK has attention. Taven knocks him with the title. And Dalton Castle somehow, some way, kicks out.
Dalton just kicked out.
Was flimsy. I knew it was plastic. If that was the real goal, that would have taken Castle's head off. Instead, Castle trying to fight back. Taven, the front baseline. Castle gets out of it. Castle labors like with the roll. 1, 2. Can't be much left in Dalton Castle. I don't know how he's doing it. Oh, great counter from Taven. Oh, just
Oh, big knee.
on that knee from Matt Taven.
Big knee from Matt Taven.
Normally, Taven pops right back up. Normally, it's that bravado. How much just this madness, this sociopathic look in his eyes, slithering like a snake, and then crawling back to his feet. Matt Taven, the leader of the kingdom. Gotta be going for different options. Option B, Vinny Marcelia didn't seem to work. Option C, that title shot. Ooh. What is there left? Castle up to the outside.
Oh!
With a big knee that rocks Taven.
They're both are on the outside right now. Big knee from Taven from Castle. Nice. Pardon me. Sir.
Taven grabbing the knee, grabbing the head, grabbing everything. Counter. Instead, it's Castle.
Oh, nice Hurricanrana.
Look out! Big clothesline for TK. Fighting with eyes at the back of his head. Taven.
Oh, nice. Right off the post.
Into the post. Ian. And this is all you can do. But take a look at the replay. Bang, 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 blame. And the bang-a-rack connects on the skull of Matt Taven. Now rolls him into the ring. Cut wrench. Dr. Bob. Look at the outside. 2. Oh, I know you saw it the outside. I saw TK picked up a boy.
Oh, TK picked up a boy and threw him in the ring, just stopping the count. So.
And it's not like Paul Turner saw that. All he saw was a boy flying to the ring. I'm surprised Paul Turner doesn't qualify for Castle right now. Well, where would the boy come from? Where did he come from? Where did he go? Thank you. Needed that. And we need the gremlins to go under the ring to escort Vinny Marcelia out of there as well. Smart move by Turner.
Oh, referee's getting kicked out. He just kicked him out.
See you later, TK.
There goes TK. He just got sent to the back.
It's not Taven.
Too close to the ropes. Yeah, too close to the ropes. Pretty much knew that was going to happen.
And just a minute ago, Dalton Castle had it so precise he was able to throw him into the post. But now, unable to drop him in the middle of the ring, Matt Taven right to the ropes and anything allowed him to win. What a battle! Castle driving the knee into Taven. And you're right about that. I wonder if it was the energy. Cole, I got to imagine he was just looking to hit it. I don't know that he had any thought in my replacement as he's placing those knees right into the jaw and the neck of Taven. He's hit those knees. Could it be? Tiger Eye number 3.
Nope.
By Taven. Oh, the tip of that knee. Taven. Climax.
Climax.
In the middle. 1, 2. Taven wins.
Oh, man. Hit him with the climax. All right, your winner, Matt Taven. So, here we go. Still a pretty good match, though. Solid show so far. Every match has been very exciting. So.
Unfortunately for him, Dalton Castle is no longer the Ring of Honor champion. And I think for Matt Taven to really solidify himself, he needs to be the winner of tonight's Jay Lethal versus Cody World Championship match. It seemed to be Taven and Lethal were on a collision course. But every time Taven looked like he would have a shot, Lethal seemed to be deferred. And I wonder now, if it's the hubris, I wonder if it's the insanity of Matt Taven. I wonder if he really believes he is the world champion and he doesn't need to validate it by beating Cody or Jay Lethal. I mean, there's so much just happening around me. Forget how good of a wrestler. No, you can't deny that at all, Matt Taven. Your victor here tonight for beating Dalton.
All right, so Matt Taven won. It was a very good match. All right, now we got Fallen Angel versus the Villain. Up next. Christopher Daniels, Marty Scurll. Here we go, folks.
Who needs this victory to establish any leverage if he wants to continue wrestling the Ring of Honor? Let's take you to what led to this bout.
We got on the phone with Joe Cobb and we negotiated new contracts for Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Scott, which means Christopher Daniels is still behind the 8 ball. I have one match remaining on my Ring of Honor contract against the Villain, Marty Scurll. I beat you when it came down to 2 men. I beat you, CD.
All right, it's just pre-match hype so far. Nothing major.
When I looked into your eyes, I used to see a man that loved this business. A man so passionate about what he does.
You can't do it one-on-one. You can't do it one-on-one.
But now, all I see is desperation. You want my title shot? You're so desperate to keep your job here in Ring of Honor, so I'll put my title shot on the line. How's that sound, eh? How do you like that apples, eh?
But it's not just a chance at championship gold. It's a chance at a new lease on life for me.
If I have to go through you to stay in the company that I helped build, then by God, Marty, I will go through you at Final Battle.
Christopher Daniels, it would be my pleasure to give you the match of your career. I warn you, my dear friend, this will be your final battle.
All right.
It's set for 1 ball. A person to the ring.
All right, Christopher Daniels making his way to the ring so far. So
weighing 224 pounds, he's representing South Carolina Center, the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
Well, the first time you and I ever saw the match together, we saw the card together, was 15th anniversary. It was on that night Christopher Daniels defied all odds and expectations and became the Ring of Honor World Champion. A title that had eluded him in his proud 15-year history affiliation with Ring of Honor. And now here tonight, not only does he have an opportunity to win another shot at that, but he needs to win that shot.
all right, here we go.
His opponent, resident of Cambridge, England, weighing 195 pounds, the villain,
All right.
Marty Scurll.
Marty Scurll earned a Ring of Honor World Championship opportunity by winning Survival of the Fittest in Columbus, Ohio. Of the 6
Nah, he's
rounds,
got one of the
Marty
best
Scurll
outfits.
pinned
There's no doubt about it.
Christopher Daniels to solidify the victory. We saw it in the video package preceding this match. For Marty Scurll, it's almost nothing personal with Daniels when he knows the stakes that are on the line, Cole. He said it would be my pleasure to have your final match in Ring of Honor. See it on the big screen, very proud. It says villain. This is a dastardly villainous man. To be able to end somebody's career here in Ring of Honor, maybe even in wrestling, it's something he would not only love, but he would pride himself. Of course, Christopher Daniels in January was told by Joe
Whoop, whoop. Well, here we go.
would not be renewed unless there are extenuating circumstances, such as being a champion, being a number one contender. These days in wrestling, contract talks are all the buzz, aren't they? Sure over.
Oh, yes, they are.
We see Scurll, Daniels. Hope nobody swipes in to take you, Cole. I like being here with you. As we take a look here at the tail of the tape, Daniels, Scurll, Daniels with a 12.
Man, 25 years Daniels has been wrestling for. That is unreal.
I went bar mitzvah. I was 6. I was watching my brother and me and Wild and Crazy Kids. It was a big deal to be able to see Ren and Stimpy. But as we think about Daniels, we think of him as timeless. We think of him as a classic. We think of him as a legend. He's a man who's fighting for his career. A man whose greatest accolades have come as his career has progressed. Pioneer, real trendsetter. The idea of signing the hashtag 4OH final battle is trending worldwide up to number 2 in the United States. A lot of Marty Scurll have included Jolie, Too Sweet for Life podcast. ABO, she just wants to see this match. Prince of the Kingdom wonders if this will be Christopher Daniels' last match. That's what's on my mind too here, Cole. He needs this victory that will get him a title shot that will at least allow an extension to be in the Ring of Honor.
I don't know. Are they going to give it to the old guy? He's got to be 45 or something like that, I would think. If I were to guess. And pro debut, 93. Wow.
We're talking about the prophecy, the history here in Ring of Honor. They were really the first entity, the first group to skew the code of honor. Christopher Daniels leading Dan Bob, Allison Page, 2002 cover. It's almost poetic.
You think Scurll's going to win? I kind of think so, too.
Christopher Daniels did not.
Because this would really get him over, you know, beating an older guy, beating a legend in the business, you know.
It's almost poetic in a parallel lines way. So we see Daniels off the ropes. Great cartwheel Side headlock takeover from the Fallen Angel. And scissors from Skrull. Skrull, of course, former a world television champion here in Ring of Honor, former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion.
Oh.
You don't do that to Daniels. Grab the wrist, takes him down. And that shows the experience of Christopher Daniels. We see the XXV on the back of the tights of Christopher Daniels, signifying his 25 years in professional wrestling, 2.5 decades. Rolling through, spinning out. Seeing a lot of similarities between Skrull and his former tag team partner Sabre Jr. who we saw earlier today. Dominator the scene. Leaders obviously have taken different paths. Nice drop toe hold to a side headlock from Daniels. You talk about dominance for Daniels. He was
So far, it's been all dominant so far. Daniels so far.
The reason Ring of Honor took off, being in the main event of the first ever Ring of Honor card.
You think about those APW garage wars back in the late 90s. And Christopher Daniels almost famous. King of the Indies. It led to the start of Ring of Honor. Here we are today.
Side headlock countered by Daniels into a wrist lock, has the advantage. Marty Skrull debuted the Blue Jays here in Ring of Honor. His hands are up. Oh, big back elbow. Oh, backbench chop on the Daniels.
He's got Daniels in the corners, getting chopped. Skrull's been chopping him to the entire so far.
Skrull has Daniels in trouble in the corner.
Not letting him out either. Attack after attack.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. Corner to corner Irish whip up and over goes Daniels. Wow.
Daniels shoving.
Daniels has been chopping him.
Draw is here tonight.
48 years old. Holy moly. That's dedication, man. Gotta give credit is due there. Well, that's close enough. I was thinking around 45 or something like that.
I don't think it's about having the best match tonight for Christopher Daniels, which he's had for so many years. It's about that victory. Certainly is. Outside in, elbow drop, 1, 2. Just the 2 count. So desperate for pitfalls, submission.
Yeah, Peter, I agree. At least, I mean, you still get good matches out of him.
Count out or DQ. You got to think that would at least give him a rematch, would extend the contract maybe through tomorrow in Philadelphia at least.
COO.
To the back of the head. Christopher Daniels off the ropes. Skrull connects with a European uppercut.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the politics of WWE is just, I mean, I really don't know at this point. I mean, it's just, nothing makes sense in that company anymore. It really doesn't.
48 years old, Ian.
48, you just said it, 48 years old. I mean, what I've learned about WWE, if it makes sense, don't do it.
We take a look. We're caught up in the replay. Arabian Moonsault.
I mean, the only reasonable show they have, the only thing worth watching about WWE right now is NXT, and that's it.
Yeah, not afraid to use any piece of leverage he can get. Not technically illegal. Front face lock here. It's Marty Skrull.
Big super duper flex from the top rope.
Well, we know the history of Daniels and his neck issues. Colt, he might have rattled some vertebrae.
Well, but this was 20 years ago. Well, that's what I mean. Like, it's just, again, with I mean, that's what Vince does. I mean, oh. Well, it's a known fact. Vince has his favorites, too.
If you are a new fan or a fan that's been with us since the beginning, we thank you for joining us.
You're not on Honor Club. Sign up for Honor Club.
Absolutely. See some Honor Club girls there, including Anne-Marie, who tweets us so much during the event. And you can't take Christopher Daniels home, even at Marty. Super kicks him into the front row.
Not looking
Well, I know that Triple H has control over NXT, and that's why it's so good. Vince has say in the main show, and that's why it's so bad.
Never wrestled Colt, but I can't imagine.
I mean, they've had two of their lowest rated Raws. Now, look, I haven't watched WWE in months now, okay? But I do kind of know what's going on. I watch other people talk about it, so I'm somewhat paying attention, but I haven't heard anything good about WWE these past few months, so. NXT is the only thing I really care about when it comes to WWE right now. Aside from anything else, there's just nothing really worth watching or talking about. In my opinion, that is.
Now we see that Marty Skrull, who won the World Television Championship, who retained it for so long, is going to be looking for that chicken wing. If he can lock it in even for a millisecond with the state of Christopher Daniels' neck, the injuries he's had, you're going to say millisecond. That's your call. Daniels is so much hard. We're seeing right now. Tougher than that. You can see him coming back. Marty Skrull right now. Face lock and a neck breaker.
Well, to an extent, Peter, I kind of get it. I mean, you get a big contract offer, I mean, you're thinking about, lifestyle, you're thinking about family, but the problem is just that the WWE has their favorites. I mean, I feel bad for what happened with Roman Reigns, but, and I've been there to defend Roman Reigns and saying that it's not really his fault, and it isn't his fault. It's just that Vince continues to shove him down our throats, and just no matter what, he's just never going to get over.
I would say so indeed. Competed so valiantly for it throughout 2018. Now here at Final Battle, one man standing in his way to maintain that title shot, and it's Skrull.
Then you have a guy like Brock Lesnar, who's I mean, you can't get invested on him because he's never on the show.
Daniel's not looking good right about now. It is not
and Brock, he's that conversation killer. I mean, he's a party pooper. That's what he is. I mean, he brings the whole mood down. I mean, he just takes the fun out of it because his matches are uninteresting and boring. I mean, he only does 2 or 3 WWE, but they never get utilized. Everything's got to be about Brock, John Cena, Roman Reigns. Yeah, I mean, Samoa Joe had amazing matches, but ever since he's been promoted to the main show, he's just been secondary. At least Impact gave him, gave him a chance.
Using the wrist lock takeover, and now they go behind the standing switch from Skrull. It's Daniels, big back elbow, trying to break the grip of Skrull. Instead, it's Skrull.
Oh, nice suplex by Skrull.
Dirty, Ian, so dirty. Skrull behind the Steven, then Daniels, Blue Thunder. Where did that
Blue Thunders by Daniels.
That half and half suplex that dumped Christopher Daniels on his already half broken neck. Take a look at the replay. We see him catch Skrull with the Blue Thunder, and normally he goes right for the pinfall Colt. Oh, no way he's able to pin after that suplex, but he's got something in the tank. Taking down Skrull. It's Daniels fighting back.
Who won't get over? Well, I mean, there's a lot of these guys on WWE that are just never going to get over. Oh, nice STO by Daniels.
For the first time in a long time.
And, as far as the future goes, it's not looking good for WWE. I mean, a lot of their top talent's getting old. I mean, late 30s, early 40s, some of them are. So,
Skrull able to kick out and now driving. The open hand chops. Just blistering the chest of Daniels. Caught. Big body slam.
Well, you're right. I mean, pardon me. So I kind of got sidetracked with the match. Well, Peter, the thing is just that's pretty much it. I mean, that's where a lot of their revenue comes from, is the merchandise. And,
signature for Skrull.
I mean, they made a lot of money off those Saudi Arabia shows, which I was very critical of, and a lot of us are critical of for justifiable reasons. I mean,
Big Elbow Daniels connects with a big chop. That is Skrull measuring Daniels. You see the first blood vessels on the chest, and now driving the elbow, the forearm into the jaw of Skrull. 52 pick out from Skrull.
as bad as WWE has been, they still generate about 2 million viewers an episode.
It's Daniels who eats an elbow in his own. Something new out of Marty Skrull.
Well, when Roman does come back, and yeah, I mean, look, I wasn't a fan of him. I don't hate Roman Reigns by any means. I never had anything against him. I know it's fashionable to hate him, but as I've said, it's not his fault.
Look for graduation. Blocked by Daniels. Braun to Daniels. No.
I mean, I hope he gets well. I felt really bad for the guy. I mean, it sounds like he's making a good progress too, as far as recovery goes.
Not enough momentum coming down, almost. And it seems like Daniels is so worn down, and his body weight was driving him down towards the mat. Not enough to bring him.
Oh man, Daniel's back's all marked up right now from all the slams he took.
Marty has rattled the spine, perhaps the spirit of Christopher Daniels. And here he is now signaling for it. Turn off the lights, lock the door, close the time, and the hammer sign. Chicken wing from Skrull. Counter is blocked. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, pull through. To Daniels. Oh, no. Stuck it in there. Big move. And now Daniels firing back.
So far, it's been a good match so far, back and forth. Oh!
Burning hammer. 1, 2. Oh.
Skrull kicked out. They could bring the Bucks, Omega, Skrull, Page, and Cody. But we all know them as the Elite and Bullet Club. But you can't hold the name. That's what put them on the map. You're right, Peter.
No, he's saying he wants to lock the hand for the Angels win.
Hey, Carson. Thanks for streaming. We are in Manchester, UK. I'm not exactly sure. I think we're about halfway through. Oh. Daniels kicked out.
But he served it to him out of dish.
Yeah, that's it, Peter. I mean, they wasted those two. I mean, big time. I couldn't agree more.
Finger snap. Rolling through its girl. And
Now, keep in mind, I haven't watched the main show in months, Peter, so I really don't know what's going on, okay?
He's going for the right.
Oh!
Mercy.
2 matches left? I think so, too.
Nothing you could do about that. The right hand. The left hand.
Well, you know, Vince does have a lot of money still.
Has not given up. Arm butterfly. Angels went. He couldn't grasp him. He couldn't grasp him.
Don't forget all that blood money he took from Saudi Arabia, you know. Dirty blood money, I might add.
Daniels tried to lock it for those angel wings and couldn't do it. Daniels trying to fight out of another pile driver, perhaps. And it's Daniels who takes the ankle. Rolls Marty through. Here we go. Butterfly dog.
Oh, nice.
You notice he didn't have the hands locked. He couldn't. Come in on the dude. Daniels. Oh, no. He couldn't lock those fingers to drive him down.
Well, I think WWE is going to go for a surprise here at the Royal Rumble.
He's knocked out so many opponents with, but not with the force that he wanted to. It's not enough here. The movie won the world title of Best Food Song.
Oh, got his knees up. Skrull did.
Marty Skrull off the ropes. Connects with a lariat. Sending Daniels down. Daniels not down though.
I'm looking forward to this All Elite Wrestling too. I've heard a lot of talk about it.
Big forearm, European uppercut. Wow, big open thrust. Touch. Let's go through. 1, 2. Wow, super kick from Skrull. Another.
So far, it's been a good match.
Graduation. In the end, two. Wow, Daniels.
Daniels just kicked out again. Well, I've heard the rumor that they're trying to get The Rock back for WrestleMania. That's what I've heard.
Nobody in this building.
God, man, The Rock's got to be in his late 40s now. Granted, Brock's old too. I mean, he's like 40 something now too. He's not exactly young anymore as well.
Professional wrestling. Girl. Will.
Oh, right on the back of his neck. Scrolls just stomping on the Daniels.
Will and Marty's girl. Picked him up by the back of the trunks and kicked his head in. Locking in the head. What a career we've seen from Daniel. Trying to reach out. The legs are locked. Daniels can't quit. It's not in him. This is it, Ian. Daniels fighting so hard. Come on. You got to get to the run.
Oh, Daniels tapped out.
The winner of the match by submission, the villain, Briscoes.
Good match, though.
When I ordered Ring of Honor VHS tape,
I guess maybe that could be it. Okay, we're going to take some questions here. Possibly, yeah. I remember last time Rock made an appearance at that WrestleMania against John Cena. It was to promote his movies, the Fast and Furious movies. So, yeah, Rock versus Brock. You're right. Vince loves taglines and slogans. That would make sense, maybe, if Daniels does come. You were at All In, nice. All crowds, and yeah, thank Daniels too. I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was a great run. Unfortunately, oh man. Well, the NXT Performance Center, I mean, they could use somebody like him to train, especially. So, that makes a lot of sense, too. I mean, oh, man. Oh, Bully Ray. Bully Ray just low-blowed Christopher Daniels, folks.
The celebration.
All right, Bully Ray's got the microphone.
This whole man is in bad taste. If I can say those words without getting fined, without getting suspended, I'd probably say those too.
Flip Gordon! Let's do this right now!
All right, Bully Ray's calling out Flip Gordon.
The process, perhaps what we just saw. The I Quit match was on the docket, Cole. And me and you, I know who our money's on. When we were with Juliet earlier today, we're talking about.
Well, looks like it's about to start right now. So.
They had one match
Cody and Bucks will start AEW, and then they'll start to feed stars to WWE like ECW did. But Omega, Hangman are going to WWE. Okay.
Like the soldier he has in. It's tactical gear, but the tactical vest.
Well, hey, WWE, I get it. I mean, big contract, big payday. You know, I mean, you can't blame a lot of the stars for making the jump.
If I could have any early Christmas present, if I could have this one thing in my life, Flip Gordon, you better kick Bully Ray's ass. He looks like a man on a mission. The combat boots.
Well, I want to know who's funding AEW. I know, you know, Anthem Entertainment is funding Impact Wrestling. All right, match has started, so here we go. Flip Gordon, Bully Ray.
Anything is legal here in New York City. It's not a quick match. Super kick.
Oh, super kick.
The combat boots. Can't you see the bottom of those boots? Flip Gordon. Single leg drop kick. Use a chair. Use a chain. Make it look like a fool here tonight, Flip. Right, use that basic training. Use what they taught you.
Oh, nice spear from Flip.
Like the enemy that he is.
Khan from Jacksonville Jags. You're right.
Delivers Bully Ray to the outside.
Oh, Y2J and Khan. Okay, thank you very much. I wasn't exactly sure. I mean, I've just I've heard talk about it. I just wasn't really, like I said, I kind of.
Reminded everyone, I quit. This is an I quit match.
So pardon me for being oblivious to it. But thank you very much. Thanks for filling me in. If that's the case, they'll have plenty of money to spend. So that's a good sign.
I don't care if it's a throwback to ECW, to the AWA, to George Hackenschmidt. Just make this punk submit. Do whatever it takes. Make it quit.
Oh, right into the railing. Bully Ray went.
I got a feeling there's going to be so much to this end. It's going to take so much to make Bully quit. This is a good start. And you know what? We saw this kind of start back at Best in the World. Quit. Referee Cobbs is their senior official right in the mix. Cobbs had his beef with Bully as well. Bully Belvedere, Thompson, Claire. You see Bully using the size advantage. This is the only disadvantage. Bully is a born street fighter from California.
Oh, trash can. Bully's got the trash can, and he's hitting them Flip with it.
On Gordon. Schmutz. Flying all over the place.
Now we've got the ECW chance.
Two different home field advantages here. Obviously, Bully Ray is the
Okay, Carson, thank you very much. I'll definitely look it up just to be sure.
foundation of Flip Gordon.
I'd hope so. I mean, we need good wrestling, man. I mean, Jesus.
For years. Talk about foundation. There's something that Bully Ray's career has been built on, and that's the use of tables. Bully Ray now with a table. Directly, I'm getting word that the young lady in the blues, if I understand, with the blonde hair, is actually Flip Gordon's girlfriend. Super excited to be here.
Oh, that super hot blonde's Flip's girlfriend. Nice.
Complimentary ticket. She purchased that herself, is that right? Because she wanted to see what Flip Gordon would do. Unfortunately, right now, it's Bully Ray with the advantage on Flip Gordon. You know, I know how excited she's here to be here. Oh, right now, she has got to be worried. The fight of his life. Straight right from Bully Ray. Oh, no. Maybe looking for a power bomb through that table. Bully Ray flips up and over.
Oh, super kick.
Bully Ray. Girlfriend, they're so proud of everything he's accomplished.
Oh, boy.
This could be a career night for Gordon.
Oh, Flip's got another table.
Ray say, I quit. Yeah, my question here is this table right there, Flip. What's the game plan? Yeah, this isn't a buffet. I don't know. He's putting it in the ring. Look at that.
Oh, vintage Dusty Rhodes.
Connects underneath the jaw. I like it. Line it up. Vince, we apologize. We are.
Well, of course, Vince has to make an announcement. I mean, he has to try to draw something. I don't think it's going to bring me back. I mean, like. Oh, because I just have to be upfront and honest with you. I mean, I just have no desire to watch WWE TV right now. I don't, because it's just so bad. I mean,
they're all over the place. Does he have that chain? Shooting a death stare at Bobby Cruz, Gary Silk, and ROH ambassador.
Oh, Bully Ray hit him with a chain.
A shot between the eyes. I thought he was just eyeing up the table. Looking to put through anything. You're right.
I would do away with a lot of the PG crap, for one.
And he's not afraid to try and pick on people he believes he's stronger than because he's a coward. That's what cowards do.
I'd definitely bring back a lot of the extremism. A lot of the basically what they did in the 1990s with, you know, swearing and extreme violence, saying whatever you wanted.
He kept it afloat. That's what would be happening. There you go, Bobby. Bobby Cruz. Finally.
I think they need to start, you know, taking pages out of, you know, what they were doing back then. And, you know, but the problem is we have this politically correct culture. You know, that's another problem as well.
It's not like you can disqualify him, Todd.
Oh, Bully Ray just knocked the referee down.
You gotta think there's more tape. Oh,
Kendo stick. Bully's got the kendo stick. Okay.
are you kidding me?
Damn, that girl's got a nice rack. Holy moly. Oh. Oh my goodness, Bully just almost hit a fan. Holy crap. I hope TLC is good.
To make an executive decision. I don't think Rhodes has an earpiece in right now.
Well, the thing with Vince right now, he's got a comfort zone. That's the problem.
We have to expect this coming into a match like this. Absolutely, Flip Gordon.
Over the table. Oh, well, Flip's cut big time.
Over the table, but onto that floor. Do you quit? No.
Well, WWE needs to be a little edgy, a little more controversial. I mean, but they're not. That's the problem. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Whoa! Whoa! Wait, hold on. What?
Bully's got Flip's girlfriend.
What the hell is going on? Is he giving her a minute? Please find out. Please no. I'm begging you, please. He's giving him out a minute. Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
Oh, he just hit him with a kendo stick.
He felt he had to do something. Thank God for Kerry Silkin.
Kerry Silkin just hit him with the stick, but it didn't really do anything. Oh man, he's had hip surgery. That's crazy. Oh, low blow. Oh, Flip's a lucky man. God, his girlfriend's gorgeous. Holy moly.
Get her to safety. Be the hero of the
Oh, he's got Flip's got Old Glory.
Stage flag. But it's the kendo stick. And that's the kendo flag.
Oh, right in the head with Old Glory.
With the Old Glory. We got a sense of pride. And the kendo stick that
Oh, that's beautiful. I mean, seeing that crowd, you know.
This could be it. Give it up. Keep going, Flip. Wait,
What the?
Silas Young.
Oh, Silas Young. Crap.
Silas Young. Maybe the only man Bully can trust. Misery. Look, Bully is down, but Silas is up.
Oh, crap. Well, that's pretty much what it. I mean, like, I think WWE is at a comfort zone, you know, as far as, you know, ratings and TV goes and merchandise goes.
He had it beat. Lighter fluid. He's got
Oh, Silas is setting the table. He's got lighter fluid. He's going to set the table on fire. Nice. Cheeseburger just showed up. Nice. Oh, no. And Burger just got planted.
Who is the right guy? He's dousing it. And if the right guy is here, will he please go to the ring?
I hope they don't get any lighter fluid on that. Colt's making his way to the ring, folks. Colt Cabana's making his way out there. Damn, this is insane. Oh, he hit him with a chair.
Yeah. Again. Keep going until you can't swing it anymore, Cole. Whatever fire is driving you. The pain, the aggression, take it out. I'm fully right silence.
Damn, this has been a good match so far. Holy moly.
Come on, Cole. Big elbow.
Oh, another low blow. Hobo best. Yeah, this has been one of the best ones I've seen.
Ridiculous.
Okay, they got plenty enough on there to set the fire now. I mean, I think this is where his girlfriend's going to come into play here. Flip's girlfriend. Lights went out. Something's going on here. Sandman! No way! Oh my God, you saw it here first. The Sandman. Oh, he had to get himself a Budweiser. Here we go. Unreal. Oh, super kick. Star Spangled Stunner. Sandman just gave him the stick, folks. That's right, Sandman. Oh man. Oh, Bully just quit. Bully just quit. Unreal. That was awesome. Holy moly. That's candidate for match of the night there, folks. Yeah, Sandman, I kid you not.
The journey that started all the way to Super Card of Honor when we need somebody to stand up to Bully Ray. But he was disparaging, besmirching the young men and women of Ring of Honor, saying they hadn't earned it.
Yeah, man, that was a great match. One of the best. That was such a good match. Okay, now I can answer your question. Sorry, I didn't mean to snub you all, but here we go. All right. Don't get that beer in your cut now. Oh, that was cool. Well, until somebody challenges WWE, I don't know. I just don't think that the drive, the care, the want is really there anymore. Of course, I'm talking about the main show. I'm not talking about NXT, you know. Despite the best efforts of Bully Ray and Silas Young, despite their best efforts, with Gordon, you prevailed. You did us proud here tonight. No, you do. Okay, you do not put that flag in lighter fluid. You do not do that. You respect that flag, man, and what it represents. Don't do that. Take the flag with you. Take it off there. Okay, so now I can start taking your questions for a little bit. Okay, now that you know the match is over. Yeah, Anthony Sandman came. Well, as I said, until someone really challenges WWE, like you know, it's just. And you know, Vince is set to kick off the XFL, you know, in 2020, which I'm kind of skeptical on. I mean, I hope it works. But keep in mind, it's going head to head in that other spring league, the Alliance of American Football. So,
As we try and regroup and regain our composure, that was a heck of a battle, heck of a brawl up to Chris Coleman. I need some help out here, my man. I almost lost it. Colt did lose it. Colt ran down to the ring. We're trying to get things all cleaned up. I appreciate it.
All right, Reese Coleman just stepped in on commentary.
Absolutely.
Well, this rivals that I Quit match, Hobo and his girlfriend. This was a really good one.
I hope that was the last time for a long time that we will see Bully Ray here in Ring of Honor.
The problem is with Vince McMahon is that he caves. I mean, he caved in the early 2000s to the parents and to a lot of the outlets when he toned down a lot of the violence, you know. Now, they had to stop well, the chair shots to the head, I understand. I get that part. I mean, that is dangerous and proven to be unhealthy. I mean, that's why, that's one of the reasons why, well, one of the reasons why Chris Benoit's not with us anymore. But there were a lot of factors to Chris. It wasn't just the, you know, the chair shots or the steroids. It was a lot of things that screwed him up, that made him do what he did, you know. And I know that was probably some of the darkest periods of wrestling. You know, maybe one of, if not the darkest period when you think about it. But, you know, WWE, they made a lot of really colossal mistakes over the years. I mean, like, I think one of the biggest mistakes was, you know, giving the streak to Brock. You know, I think that, you know, if you're going to end the streak, you know, end it on Taker's last match. Give it to somebody that really could have done something with it. Yeah, you know, like go that route. Be a little more sensual. Be a little more sexual. Who cares? Sex sells, man. Well, you go back from 1995 to 1996. 1995 was one of the worst years ever. One of the worst years for wrestling, period. Okay, it's just backstage stuff, this main event. So I guess I can start talking now. You know, 1996, because they were making changes. They were becoming more edgy, more extreme, you know. I mean, Hulk Hogan's heel turn is what got, you know, got him over. Hulk Hogan turning heel is what got people watching.
Later, I lose my Ring of Honor World Championship at Dalton Castle, and here we are again.
Oh, you're right. WWE is just a cash cow. They don't care. They get their 2 million views a week. That's all they care about.
One-on-one. After I lost
They get their merchandise. That's all that really matters to them. They don't really, the drive, the care, the want is just not there.
Never on my side as far as getting the title back for myself.
And the problem is, some of these companies, they're just too small.
This is, like I said, harmonious. Perfect. Myself.
Companies like Ring of Honor and Impact Wrestling,
My
it's just...
first match I had with Cody Rhodes, he was here to prove that he could hang. You know? That's why he came here. He wanted to prove that he could hang with the best wrestlers in the world.
Is that they're, you know, they're just, you know... I know Impact's looking for a major TV deal, but the problem is, you know, Impact over a decade of just, you know, awful wrestling and just awful product is just... A lot of people just can't see past that now. That's the problem. I mean, Anthem's doing a good job. I mean, it's just they're focusing on the younger talent. They're focusing on doing all the, you know, new storylines, changing up the storylines. But
He's a great wrestler. Comes from a great line, a wrestling family.
You know, they're not relying on any of these old fossils anymore that take up the spotlight and most of the payroll. You know.
Take nothing away from him. He is a great wrestler. But I have learned what he is all about.
I mean, I have a lot of respect for, you know, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Hogan, but let's be honest, they just it's all about the young guys. They should have focused on the young guys. And you know, Ring of Honor, I think, you know, it's just like I usually watch it on Honor Club. I don't even know if it's even on TV, like main TV. So.
With Cody on top as the Ring of Honor World Champion, I just won't allow that to happen. Cody cannot.
I mean, I haven't missed an episode of Impact, but I've missed a lot of pretty much, you know, for months I haven't watched WWE. So. All right, main event. It's Cody Rhodes, Jay Lethal. Here we go. I'm going to be back on to talk about the show. We're going to talk about matches if you guys want to stay on. I'm going to keep the stream on, you know.
Here you see the challenger accompanied by his beautiful wife, Brandy. Ring of Honor World
Yeah, Brandy is beautiful. There's no doubt about it.
Caprice, we gotta do it. We gotta address the elephant in the room. Winds of change are swirling around the professional wrestling world.
Well, it's funny.
Publicly asked, what will I do if I became Ring of Honor World Champion? We've seen it once before. This is a script we've seen play out at Best in the World 2017.
I don't think they're going to give it to Cody, especially if he's leaving the company.
Here tonight, they continue to write his own ticket, his own legacy, and not only Ring of Honor, but in professional wrestling. And he could walk out of here a two-time champion. But there's one thing standing in his way, and that is the absolute best wrestler in this world today, and that's Jay Lethal, the man that epitomizes the free spirit, the outlaw spirit of professional
Here comes Jay
wrestling.
Lethal, so.
Has to take on a man who's carried other star except for one, a man who's closing in on history. Since just 2 defenses behind Nigel McGuinness and Bryan Danielson for the most defenses ever. After tonight, he would sit just 57 days behind his mentor, Samoa Joe, for most time as Ring of Honor World Champion.
I got Jay Lethal for this one. Who do you guys got?
That epitomizes a company man. It was Cody who, in an interview, used the word company man as a derisive statement, almost to diminish the accomplishments, the accolades of Jay Lethal. But I will say to you this. I will point out a comment that Jay Lethal made. He said to Cody on the pinnacle of the series with Lagana, he said, Cody, when did you realize you didn't belong in Ring of Honor? So we're going to find out when the kitchen gets hot. Who's coming up to stay in the kitchen? Who's coming up to bring their A-game to the fight, please?
Well, I think that's what this is about. Jay Lethal has proven he is Ring of Honor. He wants Ring of Honor. He's proud of being a Ring of Honor champion. And Cody just wants to be a champion, and he doesn't care what it is. If you look at the definition of champion, this is our champion right here, and he's fighting for a whole lot tonight.
With perhaps the state of Ring of Honor at stake, Jay Lethal, the franchise, holds that title high, and there is absolutely
All right, Jay Lethal's making his way to the ring so far.
Big fights like this, man. The real voice of Ring of Honor, Bobby Roode, with the official championship introduction.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Introducing first the challenger, being accompanied by Randy Rhodes. Wrestling out of Marietta, Georgia, weighing 220 pounds, the American Nightmare, Cody!
One thing about Cody Rhodes, he looks a lot.
His opponent, to my right, it's
No,
wrestling out of
it's just
Elizabeth, New Jersey, weighing 250
it's a title match. I think it's the main event between Jay Lethal and Cody Rhodes.
Ring of Honor World Champion.
Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say again.
Ring of Honor World Champion Jay Lethal. You see the list. If you remember, when Cody became a free agent, he put out a list of wrestlers he'd like to wrestle. And in response, before their first encounter, Caprice, Jay Lethal, a little bit of a resort, including names like Ric Flair, Kurt Angle, Alberto Del Rio, and Kobe. We take a look now at the tail of the tape. Lethal with the experience edge, but you can't match DNA. Cody has had that wrestling in his blood since his father became a legendary figure in professional wrestling.
Absolutely. He's taken that torch and he's ran with it. And this is why he's the man he is today. But he's facing a man that doesn't have
Oh yeah, WWE tried to offer Cody to come back, but he refused.
He has it in his mind, trains every day, and he is a proud champion.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry, the problem is these. Well, this is what I hate about long shows. You forget about the card most of the time, Jared. Sorry about that. It's just that's the problem. Case in point with WWE. I mean, their 5-hour shows are just ridiculous. I mean, they're so long you forget about, who's on the card most of the time. And it's just exhausting to sit through, too. That's another problem.
I think I love you too.
Anthony, I don't think that match has come on yet. Like WrestleMania, 5 fucking hours.
If I loved you, I would be doing the Madison Square Garden show. You can all kiss my ass.
A lot of their Big 4 pay-per-views, 4 hours. I mean, it's just too much. It's too long. Flip one. He beat Bully Ray. So It was a great match, actually. Very good. Definitely one of the best matches they've done. So, oh, here comes the Stardust chance. Yeah, flip one. So, but it was a damn fine match, though. Funny thing, I saw Cody Rhodes a few years back in my local area. He is a great wrestler.
Two things. One, this is my freaking company, Jack. And two, not only am I leaving this match still the Ring of Honor World Champion, but the shiny new toy in the company will be dull and gone.
These two have had bad blood since their very
All right, here we go. Match is on its way.
2016. And here, 2 years later, the World Championship is on the line. People are checking in using Orwig's final battle to hashtag. They are saying that with Jay Lethal or Cody the American Nightmare to win. They call me a little bit biased, but when someone talks about my company, your company, our company like that, Caprice, I have my own decision. I have my own favorite here. Absolutely, I think we're on the same page here. We just have to see him pull it out. It started 2 years ago. Cody's journey, his free agent odyssey, brought him the Ring of Honor. Final battle.
Funny thing, I can go back to when Jay Lethal was copying the Macho Man. Did a fine job of it too, I might add.
He won that match. The problem is, Cody went to a place where he thought he was going to take over, and he saw another alpha male. You have 2 alpha males here fighting for a prize to be the alpha male, and the one that has it now seems to be a very proud. So much pride growing up not too far from here, Elizabeth, New Jersey. I don't want to make this comparison too hard, but Jay Lethal grew up very blue collar environment. His mom, his dad worked so hard growing up in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Cody was covered in lush. He never had to want. He was a guy.
Yeah, I remember that one too. That one was really cool when he did that. The woo off of Flair.
I think gives him an advantage. Not to say Cody's not a great athlete.
Oh, looks like Cody hurt his knee here.
Cover 2. Giving Cody an opportunity to get back in this match. Yeah, I think I saw his knee go out. He goes out sometime. I hope it comes back and play. I don't know if Buffalo and New York, we were both there. Like that could be the pop in that main event, like Global Wars. He had to grab this match. Sure does. I've been down Knee Road and down Ankle Lane. Either one of them are a place I want to stay. I'm sitting there asking Jay Lethal to go to the corner. Oh, come on! You piece of garbage!
Oh, I knew Cody was faking it.
See, that's what I'm talking about. And wasting time, showboating. This is the epitome of when you care for somebody that doesn't care about you at all. American Nightmare could add his name to the record books.
Oh, he just splashed the fan.
These people actually care about you, but he could care less. He doesn't care about anything but himself. I mean, he's kissing Brandy now, but we saw it. Not only that, he was fine with Brandy getting hit. We saw it in the match against Kenny Omega. He was fine with Brandy getting hit. We saw it in that with Booker. He was fine with Brandy getting hit. Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time before that happens again. He's proven that he is all about himself. And you know, when you talk about blue collar, his dad was blue collar, but his dad raised him up like this.
Up drop kick from Jay Lethal.
The privilege. Yeah. Oh! Nothing wrong with that. You gotta have some humility. You gotta have
Well, it's simple. Dusty did all the work, so Cody didn't have to. That's what happens.
Here with the world title on the line at Final Battle. Big body slam, driving Cody down to the mat.
Can't help but feel bad for those type of parents, folks. Ones that do all the work. I mean, they do all the work for their kids, and their kids don't appreciate it.
Now it's Lethal with the advantage. Cody into the corner. Lethal follows it. I wonder if we're going to see the glimpse of Lethal that we saw.
Granted, I do appreciate what my dad did for me, so.
1, 2, it was back at Supercard of Honor.
Always teach your kids gratitude, folks. Lesson to learn here.
Where we saw a different side of Lethal going into a different gear to punish Cody. Lethal has layers like Buffet, man. He has so many layers inside of him that he can pull out. And this one right here is all about Vince's skin in his eyes. And even the way that he stopped just now to reset the back.
I sure miss Dusty, though. I gotta admit.
Always thinking before the shenanigans, before the circus we saw from Cody. I'm going to mention the creases we see.
Oh, nice move by Jay Lethal.
I'm going for the cover. The leg 1, 2. I was going to say, I wonder who this match would benefit. Cody loves to have the match come to him. He loves to slow it down. He loves to let Jay Lethal come to him. Lethal likes to go in gears. It's like a good transmission. He knows how to get from first to second, second to third, then ultimately redline.
I always thought, you know, that Jeff Jarrett and Dixie Carter effed up with Jay Lethal, though. They really did.
He'll see where you're coming in. He has a game plan going in, but he's the only wrestler I know that
As far as Impact goes, but hey, Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett and Dixie Carter effed up pretty much that whole company. So only this past year have they just been kind of recovering from it.
Caught. Lethal. Combination blocked by Cody. I didn't know it was coming. Up and over. Beautiful power slam. Hooks the leg 1.
One thing about Cody Rhodes, folks, he is fluid in the ring. Well, that too. I mean, nobody criticizes Jeff Jarrett. That's the problem. I mean, Jeff was just as much of a mark for himself as a lot of these other guys were. I mean, God. I mean, the guy, in my opinion, look, the guy just didn't have the charisma. He didn't have the personality. You know, good guy, bad guy. A good guy, people weren't behind him. As a bad guy, he just, you know, I mean, like, all, you know, he just, I mean, you couldn't get, you invested in him. I mean, he was just, I just found him to be flat and dull and just boring and uninteresting. That was the problem. But he had pull because of who his father was, Jerry Jarrett. That got him over. That's why he had so much success. I mean, I do blame Jeff for a lot of how things went in WCW, and Vince Russo too. I mean, he shot him to the moon. I mean, next to the finger poke of doom between Nash and Hogan, and giving the title to David Arquette, one of the biggest mistakes Vince Russo ever did was putting the belt on Jeff Jarrett, pushing Jeff Jarrett.
Cole, Jay Briscoe, Austin Aries, and Jay Lethal becoming a 2-time champion. He wins here tonight. Front face lock for Lethal. Lethal up.
Well, he didn't have the business sense. I mean, like, look what happened in Impact Wrestling. I mean, he let all these guys pretty much run the show into the ground.
Lethal down. Not only that, the blood rushing to Jay Lethal's head. That was a little confusion there.
I mean, now that they're all gone, look at Impact now. I mean, I couldn't stand watching Impact, 4 or 5 years ago because it was just so bad. But now, I can't miss an episode. All inside 1 year.
He's found something to attack. Jay Lethal, when he starts attacking something, he's not going to stop. You watch what I'm telling you.
Because they're doing everything right this time. Plus, think about how much money they're saving not having all these old fossils on there anymore,
And even if he was like, fabricating it, now he's going to make sure he's not. Lethal driving the heel of that boot and out the toe into the knee. Because there is some issues there in the knee. That's why everybody was concerned. You wouldn't get an MRI. You wouldn't get it checked out if there wasn't. Into the apron. This is what happens when you crowd up too many times. Lethal, so methodical. Following. Cody back in. Lethal is one of the last ones that I believe has the honor in check with Ring of Honor. He wants to win the right
Although
way.
sadly, for like Impact's sake, I think losing Samoa Joe and losing AJ Styles was huge.
Cody, he'll win by any means necessary. Do whatever he wants as Lethal. Cody nowhere to go. It's Jay Lethal with the knee into the post.
And losing Bobby Roode was huge too.
Cody scooting back, trying to get out of the way. For any more damage, there you see Randy cheering her husband on. This is the part of Jay Lethal I call the methodical juggernaut. He is going to take Cody's leg apart. Focusing on the knee, driving it again into the post.
Oh, it's vintage Bret Hart here. Jay Lethal's working on Cody Rhodes' knee.
That holds the ring together. Cody has nowhere to go.
Oh, drop kick, nice.
Delivers with a drop kick. Caprice, you've been in there. You've been in there with Jay Lethal when he starts to ramp it up like this. It's almost like he has an anointing almost to where when he starts going, there's nothing you can do to him. You can't read his game plan, and even when you know what he's gonna do, there's nothing you can do about it. Driving the knee into the quad. He has a way of handicap.
But granted, though, I mean, like.
Right here, Cody couldn't even maintain his balance. And not only not maintaining his balance, but this is going to affect him through the
I
rest
know.
of the
I
match.
mean, like they're actually giving their younger talent a chance this time.
Bringing that knee back to
Plus, you got the females division with Tessa Blanchard and Sue Young and Allie. You know. Although I do think losing Laura Van Ness, Chelsea Green was huge, though.
We saw the danger, the disaster kick. Excuse me. It did not connect. He had to give a heat check to himself.
But, you know, for WWE to pass up on Tessa, that was stupid. That was just a stupid move.
Lateral meniscus. He's working ACL, MCLs. He's working all four sides of the knee. Cody delivering a punch to the midsection and now chops. I got play from his knees. Then it's Lethal. Delivering a straight right cover. 1, 2. Cody's fighting from under. He's on survival mode right now. He's got to make a move quick, Caprice, because he's in danger right now. He's been doing this for the last 5 minutes. Just like I said, he's going to take him apart. The methodical juggernaut is in play right now. Cover 1, 2.
I don't think Tully's happy about it. I mean, I couldn't understand why they did that.
All around the world who are checking in. Randy trying to distract. Look at Randy there. Fans are checking the hashtag ROH final battle as Lethal. They're looking to put a little Ric Flair trip on this for the bigger.
But keep in mind, I mean, look, Tully was not a very nice guy back in the day, though. I mean, sure, he's changed his ways. He's become a minister, but you know, try to understand back in the 80s. I mean, he did a lot of really awful, underhanded things. You know, and you know, no, I'm not saying that was the reason for passing up on Tessa, but still, when you have a pot of gold, you don't pass up on it. Oh, spear from Rhodes. Well, Jay just kicked out. Holy moly. Well, yeah, I mean, he was one of the original 4 horsemen. I mean, the lineage behind that would have been huge. The marketing behind that would have been huge for Tessa.
It's stuff like this that Jay Lethal was fighting for. How is that honorable? That's what I'm talking about, Rick Abani. Stuff like this is the way Rhodes has been winning matches left and right. NWA titles, the titles in Japan. This is the way he's been winning them, and that's not the way you win here in Ring of Honor. Making a career, making a habit out of it, though, in Ring of Honor is Cody. Delivering rights. Jay Lethal's here to
I know,
restore
that was one of the first things I was thinking about, Tessa and Charlotte.
Cody wants nothing more than to win that belt, trying to take it wherever he
I mean, that would have been
sees fit to go. Like he's done
huge.
before. Taking the
I mean,
Jacksonville
imagine
to
the
New York to
possibilities of that,
anywhere.
storyline-wise. But no,
We have
if
seen
it
him
makes
work
sense in
the Briscoes
WWE's
down
world,
the counter, the
don't
Irish
do
whip
it.
into the corner.
That's just the
More
sad.
than
That's
he
the
is
sad
Cody.
state of affairs for WWE right now.
I told you. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Once Lucas focused on something, that's it. Not only that, he could change game plans and go right back to that knee. He could change his game plans, like I said, 3 times in the match, and there's nothing you can do about it. He has laser focus thus far. The Priest working on that knee in this World Championship out here at Final Battle. World champions are 10-4 at
I
Final
think
Battle.
once Vince steps down and forced to focus on the XFL, I could see a turnaround. But for now, I just think it's just going to be another dark year for WWE next year. However, I do see an improvement for some of these other companies. Oh, he's doing the Gold Dust impersonation. Nice.
Oh, that would have been a disqualification.
Oh, spear. This time she missed and hit Cody.
It's surgically repaired shoulder. Driven. On the match day. This is where he should go ahead and capitalize on the mistake that she made. She slid through like a giant turkey, and she hit him. It was pretty spear, but they think that he capitalized. Well, he wants to win. He wants to end it on his own. Nobody home with the sidekick. Lethal.
Oh, no. Cody pulled her right into it. Oh, Jay Lethal just kicked out.
I am so proud of our champion right now. We're going to take a look at Priest, Rhodes, number 2, Lethal, next time. But look at Cody. He's not looking for his wife. He's not concerned about it. He's all concerned about this match and why they were kicked out. His wife is on the floor right now. He's not worried about it. We are fit. We are family next to Priest. You talked about your wife. I talked to you about my wife. We love them. We care about them. We spend every living fiber thinking about our families. He had to check them. This crowd, this crazy. This is insane. And she keeps getting back up. Looking for a figure 4 at Cody.
Oh, figure 4.
Cody, who has that ankle wrench in the crease of the knee.
Cody's got figure 4. So. Oh, Hangman just rang the bell. What?
It's just another distraction, though. Todd knows he didn't do anything. He knows Lethal didn't tap. That's what I'm saying. It's a distraction. Watch me. I know what I'm talking about. That was clearly out of phase to ring the bell. Single leg takedown. And Lethal, like for a figure 4 was up. Instead, it's inside cradle. Car, 2. Oh, the split almost caught Lethal. That's the call line. And Lethal.
Match continues.
Love it. Lethal with the cover. 1, 2.
The Rhodes just kicked out.
Better way to retain the title by beating the man with his own move. Cody is wiped out. Lethal. He has the energy.
Well, like, the thing is with Vince McMahon is, as I've said before, regardless of how you feel, you know, whoever he's pushing, he's the guy, that's that. And that's the sad truth about Vince, you know.
So would you say it's like 103 right now? Right now, it's one-on-one with the 2 men that matter most. It's the world champion, Jay Lethal, looking for him to the...
Oh, double knee.
Counter, but at one expense, Priest. He can't get it like he wanted.
And same can be said for the females too. I mean, the woman. She's my top girl, and that's that.
Perhaps a tribute to his legendary father. Absolutely was. That's the things you love about him. Off the rope, leave the pulse and then take him to the outside. He's saving himself from the outside, getting damn his knee one more time. And we know what he's got done. DJ Lethal.
Oh, nice.
Side to the outside.
Well, that's pretty much it. I mean, God.
Here's number 2. It is usually not 2. Rick Abani knows 3. Oh, yes. It's a magic number. Oh, yes, it is. Somewhere in that ancient mystic trinity, there was 3.
Well, watching this show so far, you see the difference. The fans are into it. The fans aren't there to make fun of it, like like they've done, through other shows. Jared Holmes, thank you very much for subscribing, by the way. Look, I mean, listen, the crowd's into it here. Unlike, like past WWE shows, I mean, like the crowd's not into it. Number 5.
Laid him a bit on that one. Well, they a lot of hits on that one. He was going to keep going. How many more does he have? I'm wondering if this is the one. I'm wondering if this is to a detriment. He's going full speed. Good one there. He's still going.
Oh, Cody's got something. I think he's got a bottle of water or something. I'm not sure.
That was 6 by my count. But when every time he does this, it expends energy to bring him into the ring.
Oh, he sprayed water in his face. I knew it.
I'll say there never for a reason. Looking for kids play. Got it! He got it! That's it. New champion!
Oh, Jay Lethal just kicked out.
Oh my God, the way he let it back his head, back his neck, shoulder blade.
Thanks for subscribing, Jared Holmes, by the way. Well, I hope so. I mean, it's just. I mean, the card looks somewhat interesting. And
Here, sold out Hammerstein Ballroom here in the Big Apple. Look, that brings up. Cody adjusting the tape on the hand. So long. This doesn't happen. Well, sometimes that tape starts getting in your way, starts cutting off circulation. You have to take it off. Get that blood flow back in there. You have so much stuff going on.
all right, Cody's just waiting for Lethal to get up. Kind of back. I don't know. It's kind of a.
Straight right. And another.
I mean, it's a good match. It hasn't been a great match, to be honest with you.
Lethal creates separation. Kick of the
Oh,
face.
oh, he knocked the ref. Oh, no, the referee.
There it's now. Jay Lethal taking the championship to the knee.
Well, to be fair, Cody cheated throughout the entire match, so.
Turnabout is fair play. Turnabout is fair play. I did not expect that out of Jay Lethal, but he's against so many people here.
Another kick from Jay, super kick from Jay Lethal. Jackson, that's it. That's got to be it.
He's not finished with him. He's not done.
Oh,
Super
another
kick.
super kick.
Super kick. Playing for his company. Lethal.
Oh, no, got by Jack. Oh.
Like takedown.
Figure 4.
The bigger bar. The bigger bar locked in. After the lethal injection, nobody kicks that, but he has a big front locked in. This is it. In the center of the ring, this is it. There's nowhere to go. He's trapped. Look in the eyes. The eyes of lethal.
Oh, he's going to make the right. He's going to make it. He's going to make it. Oh, no, he pulled him back. I thought he was going to make it. Cody just tapped out. Cody tapped out. Jay Lethal for the win. So far, it was a good match. Not a great match, but a good one.
We talked so much tonight, Capri, for the
I'm gonna stay in town for a little bit, but I'm gonna have to be right back. 'Cause I gotta use the washroom. So.
about the uncertainty in the professional wrestling world. Well, tonight, we saw the man known as the franchise tap out the American Nightmare. Most of the time, you bring him to the center ring. He brought him past the center, gave him no choice. Worked on that knee all match. Jay Lethal, a big match main event star. Nobody represents Ring of Honor quite like Jay Lethal. And Cody has been a great champion. He's a guy.
I'm kind of starting to wonder, though. Yeah, that's what Jarrett. That's what I was thinking too. Is this going to be it for Cody? Because he's going to the Elite Wrestling Company. So, well, he had a good run here. I wish that company all the best. Yeah, you're right. It was kind of a weak match. I was expecting a lot more, to be honest with you. It was still a good match, just not a great one. Yeah, you're welcome. It was, definitely a good show. One of the better pay-per-views I've seen all year.
Jay Lethal, the franchise, the number one, the man that epitomizes Ring of Honor. Now, maybe forever. Lethal,
Well, I'm happy for Jay Lethal. I think it's the ladder match next. Oh. Oh, looking at his belt.
Wait a second, Rick Amani. The NWA World Champion, they call this. What's he doing? That's what I just said. Who can challenge Jay Lethal next? Yeah, right. Marty Scurll walks to the ring.
Oh, Marty Scurll's walking to the ring, folks.
The NWA World Champion. Another man is just defeated Cody. Well, Marty Scurll, he's the rightful number one contender. He's got a title shot in the bag. Yeah. But all this is a guy that beat, to your point, just beat the number one contender, the previous number one contender. I'd love to see a double champion. Boy, who's that with him? She's striking. I'm just saying, she looks like she means business. He didn't come along here with the 10 pounds of gold. Okay, that's what fine means now. Business. Girl, with longtime friends, and then even the wrestling.
Well, Scurll and Lethal are standing in the ring right now.
Well, everybody has the same thing on their mind, and that's exactly what he's saying. That's what everybody in this company has on their mind.
I think so too.
Equal the championship back. I gotta think someday soon, someday in the near future, Caprice, we may see Jay Lethal versus Marty Scurll. We may see Jay Lethal versus Nick Aldis. We could see Marty Scurll versus Nick Aldis. I think Nick Aldis just called the shot. I think Marty Scurll just called the shot.
Looks like we're gonna get Jay Lethal and Marty Scurll probably next pay-per-view. So.
As to where things are headed in 2019, I think it's just giving us more.
All right, I got his washroom. I'll be right back. Give me a sec, okay?
Depending what happens tomorrow in Philadelphia, Jay Lethal will enter the new year as the champion. Rick Amani, when you have the belt, you are a target. Jay Lethal knows that going in and coming out. Welcome to all of us. Coming up next, we're talking about the championship belts. They've been hanging in the rafters for the entirety of tonight's record-breaking event. It is our main event, only the 7th time in history. Ladder War comes to Ring of Honor. The Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. Scorpio Sky, Frankie Kazarian, take on the 9-time champion. Briscoes take on the 3-time champion, the Young Bucks. And it is going to be a battle we never forget. This match was the first to determine
contender for our World Tag Team Championship.
And they both threw the chair at the same time.
But unfortunately, it looks like you both lost.
You gotta be kidding me.
December 14th,
All right, I'm back.
New York City, final battle. Briscoes
Ah.
versus Young Bucks.
I think we're at the main event now. Damn, it's been a long show. Holy crap.
And
Here I was complaining about WWE.
Like any war, our initiative is to go in there and blow them up and shoot them down, and that's exactly what we're going to do. You Briscoes and Young Bucks, we're going to blow you up, and we're going to shoot you down.
Anytime you step into a professional wrestling ring, you are taking a risk. And then when you incorporate a ladder, it goes to the next level. We know that it takes years off of your career, years off of your life. And the long-term effects may still be being studied, but none of it means anything.
All right, it's just all promotion for the main event right now, so
Belt means you live forever. So New York City may be the worst town.
yeah, I think something's going to happen here for the
One of the best
ladder war as well.
as we climb that ladder to success and retrieve our World Tag Team Championships and head back to Southern California, where we belong. SCU style. SCU. Just over 11 years after the first ever ladder war took place between the Briscoes, Kevin Steen, and El Generico. We come to this, which is the 7th time, the most dangerous match in Ring of Honor. It is the main event of the biggest night of the year. Ladder War 7 comes to Final Battle 2018. 3 teams have been duking it out for the entirety of the year, including a team that's held the championships for a majority of the year. 9 times over, the Briscoes, Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, for over 1,000 days. The Briscoes have held the title.
I think the Briscoes are going to drop the titles here.
The Briscoes, of course,
Let me know what your thoughts are. Making their way to the ring right now, so.
this is a triple threat tag team match. Simple one fall to a finish. It is for the Ring of Honor.
Yeah, you're right, Anthony. I think they probably did. I think they probably switched it around, just said, let this be the main event. I always love these kind of matches, so, you know.
It's the final ladder and grab full tag championship belt. Taking above the ring. Challenger number 1. Wrestling at a champion for Delaware. At the value weight of 460
So far, the I Quit match between Flip and Bully was my pick for the match of the night. But this might change after this. But so far, it's been a good show. Okay. Look, the Jay Lethal and Cody Rhodes one was kind of a letdown, but you know, so far it's been, you know, like I said, it's, you know, I mean, I'm not waiting for this show to end like I've done with, you know, WWE, where I just sit there and think, just show can't end fast enough. Here's not the case, you know. See, swearing, cursing, they allow that here, and that's what I like. No, just, you know, just doing what you want.
Breaking the mold, reinventing the wheel.
Challenger number 2. Wrestling at a red shirt, super bucket alpha. At the value weight of 382 pounds. Back and touchdown.
All right, Young Bucks. Ooh. Granted, I've never been to New York, but this plaza, this place they're in, seems like a really nice area. Seems like a nice little stage. All right, here we go. All right, SoCal Uncensored making their way out here, so here we go. All right, here we go. Main event's about to start, so.
How could I not come back and celebrate the final match here in Ring of Honor for 2018?
All right, this is the main event.
You've been hyping it up, man? It's been incredible. I mean, you've been giving the stats. Given the stats that we talked about him earlier, including, I mean, think about the Cody Scorpio Skies and guys like Tyler Black, the Green Buddha, and Kenta are individuals that made their final battle debuts in the main event. I apologize, man. This night's been crazy. My voice is being crazy. I'm proud of you, folks. You stood up. Nobody else did. Proud of you. Thank you very much. Happy to help. And there you see it. Those two championships held above. And this is going to be. What I did was a little crazy. This is going to be wild. Yes. Fans are using the hashtag ROH Final Battle. They're also using the hashtag Ladder War. ROH Final Battle already trending worldwide. Ladder War may do the same. There's only been 7 in the history of Ring of Honor. Jake Briscoe now in his 4th. A record. Right under the black. Briscoe doesn't concern himself with bad luck, with superstition. These chairs have been such a key part of their arsenal. We saw it at Death Before Dishonor against the addiction. We saw it against the Death at Best in the World. You know what's crazy though?
Briscoes are throwing chairs in the ring right now, so here we go.
Yeah, because there is Scorpio Sky in the Young Bucks there, but that's right. Thank you. They're all about those high spots, making it look pretty. But those two right there, those Briscoe boys, them boys, this is the carnage is what they love. That's what I'm saying. It's like this, everything they want to do is legal. The chairs, they're not wasting time. They want to bring it in the ring now. And they set on the pinnacle, their great series. And they've unleashed the animal. That they've unleashed the beast. But now, it comes to the Young Bucks and SCU. Called these were clown. They said they were clown. Circus tricks, they said. And look at that.
Oh, nice. Oh, auxiliary. Oh, beautiful. Simply magnificent.
It's good. Is this going to be the pace the whole match?
Oh, damn.
I was getting ready to say that's not possible, but I forgot.
Whoa. Holy moly.
This ain't Oregon. We're in New York City. New York City?
New York City? Yeah, you're right.
All 6 of these men
Anyone that's been to New York, let me know. I want to go there someday.
Here you see Mark Briscoe isn't going for the ladder, which would put them up above and gravity. He's going for a table. That's exactly what I'm talking about. These guys are doing the pass is legal now, and they're doing whatever they can get away with.
Whoa.
Matt Jackson. You see a chair now in the ring next to Mark Briscoe. It's Matt Jackson.
Oh, Matt Jackson. Nice cutter.
Let's give a shout out to the Ring of Honor camera crew because there's going to be action all over the place. They have been unbelievable this year, keeping a hold of the action. See what they got. We're testing you today, gentlemen. Finally got to the inside of the ring. Now 3 and 2. Briscoe with a pull.
Oh, Briscoe.
Oh.
Oh.
To the head of Matt Jackson. Adam getting that ladder. Oh, what I think the Briscoe's game plan is to hurt him.
Oh, he's put it through the table.
Priest at the double stomp through the table. The game plan is certainly a success right now.
Oh.
Yep. Swinging on a thing like Aaron Judge. Boom. Shot to the midsection. Driving it into the head of Matt Jackson. Think about it. Think of how many of these shots have ended matches. They're doing it at the beginning of the match. Right point to Priest. We see this is just animalistic violence from Mark Briscoe and Jay Briscoe doing a track because there it is already open. Oh, God. Yeah, he's dominating tonight. Oh.
So far, it's been all Briscoes, folks.
Jay Briscoe to the head of Matt Jackson. Hard work.
Oh, trash can.
All day.
Oh, he's bleeding all over the place, folks. Holy crap.
And you guys are right.
Oh.
I mean, this isn't the suburbs of Rancho Cucamonga or beautiful Los Angeles. I mean, these boys have been standing for. They do this on a daily basis growing up. Right down the road, right down the alley. This match is right down their alley. They're doing exactly what they want to do. I think their game plan is hurt them bad, and then try to climb the ladder. Driving the boots down the Scorpio sky. Kazarian in. He is, of course, bleeding. It doesn't take that rocket scientist.
Well, obviously, that's what they're going for here with this match. So far, it's been pretty good.
He's a little bit crazy. He's a little bit wild. The younger of the two Briscoes. Kazarian trying to fight for his life. He's looking to set anybody up. Asking for an assist here from his brother.
Oh! He just smoked him with the ladder.
Briscoes, everything they've done has been with their weapons so far. It is easy to see their game plan. Kazarian already lobbying. Of course, if you want to climb that ladder, grab those vitals. And why aren't they doing that right now, Cole? Why are they showboating here? Blood from the feet, from the eye of Briscoe.
Oh.
Super kick. Ooh. I have a feeling that's not going to be the last one we see. I'm just saying.
Now, that would be awesome. Having them in NXT would be, you know, mind-blowing.
Well aware of what they were getting themselves there. Up to the outside, Jay Briscoe to Nick Jackson, keeper the midsection. From Matt Jackson to Jay Briscoe. We see Nick to set it up with that kick.
Oh!
His brother was right there with
No, he just broke the ladder, too.
Powerbomb the pants off him. And now Scorpio.
Yeah, he did powerbomb pants off. Nice.
This could be his moment. Off the ropes. Wheelbarrow.
Oh!
Driving Scorpio Scott to the mat. Young Bucks and Kazarian. Double hit toss sends him down. Back flips.
Nice.
And normally I would say get out of the ring. But if you leave the ring open.
Oh, man. Now it's all Young Bucks so far.
I don't do that. No big prediction. Maybe one more for old time's sake. Now it's SCU.
Oh, nice.
Sky delivers leg
Oh, knocked him down and
up and down like a pendulum.
oh.
Syrian with an exclamation mark.
See, WWE needs to take notes here. Blood, violence, extremism. You know, like, dare I say, cursing, swearing. I mean, this is what we want, but this is what we're not getting.
I think SCU be the first one to clap. Well, you think SCU now climbing up. Nick and Matt Jackson get SCU down to the mat. Lubbock forearm.
Like, for instance, Rockstar Games. They don't give, you know, oh, they don't care what people think, and that's why they succeed. Because they do what they want.
I would almost say SCU would probably be the best strategist in this match. Off the ropes. Oh, look at
Oh,
this.
nice. And
Nick Jackson. Can he get there? Right. Darius dumps out of that. Scorpio right there to stop Nick. Swatting him. Oh, down. Wow. Big forearm though rattles Nick Jackson. Scorpio Sky bringing Nick all the way down. Trying to fight out of danger, create some space to climb up the ladder. I gotta think Nick is the quickest.
oh my goodness.
The quickest, the slightest, the fastest move to get the championship. Like Cobb.
Oh, nice spear.
Wow! Wide open is Nick Jackson. He's the first one to actually touch the belt. Sky and Nick Jackson trading blows. And now you can see their partners grabbing their opponents. Super kicks in stereo. I tell you what, when you're in a ladder match, you actually touch the bras. Yes, indeed, and that might be what the Young Bucks are doing right now with an opportunity. Ooh, that's his second touch. That's just not gonna win.
Oh,
Face buster. But moves like that can make
damn, that was cool.
and a little closer to victory.
Oh, Briscoes are outside. They got chairs. Oh, you know.
Tweak the knee, maybe. We see him hobble and he held it. I got a feeling everybody's tweaking a little bit of everything in this match. It's worth it, though. Final match, final battle, 2018. The biggest match of the year at the seminal event. And the Briscoes are back. Wow.
Oh, nice. Oh, wait, we didn't avoid that chair shot.
The Briscoes just walloping. And he's taking that ladder down. And when they do this, and I think they're going to hurt people. They're going to eliminate them by injuring them.
Oh, suplex right on the ladder. Oh man, that looks painful.
Now Cat with the chair winds up. Not next. Our cameraman may have got a shrapnel on that. If you're inside those barriers. Oh, and his leg. Oh, ankle. Oh no.
Oh, that looks painful too. There's so much blood here as well. Holy crap. Give a heads up on that too.
Briscoe and Scorpio Sky. And
oh, another chair.
Scorpio Sky. Chair to the head. He didn't take long for them to gain control. Just yelling out, we hurt people. Vicious. These men are vicious. They didn't come in with fancy tools and stuff. They came with chairs and with ladders and tables. Oh my. But feasibly, they know what it takes to win this. They've been in these before. I don't understand, unless there is madness and sickness that even hasn't been displayed to this point, why they wouldn't want to win the biggest match at Final Battle. There's something great about being in the ring. The violence that you're allowed to do.
Oh, Briscoe went right into the chair that was placed in the corner.
Hardcore rules, the violence is amped up even more. It is the devil's playground. And I'm not going to say they don't want to win.
Oh, nice.
But a lot of times you see people climb that ladder and they get hurt. Oh, here we go.
Oh, my goodness.
Usually Matt Jackson grabs those, puts those feet on those shoulders for a kick from Nick. Yeah, but he's holding his back right now for the Scorpio Scott.
Well, Scorpio just took a, oh man, that was a nice jump right outside the ring. I noticed that too, actually, Anthony. Now that you mentioned it.
Nick Johnson, the first to his feet, climbing up.
Oh!
Right there.
I think they're paying tribute to the Rockers here.
Double for him, up with the fist. Setting up his brother to hit him home, baby. Matt Jackson.
Oh, he tossed him over.
No, right through the table.
Oh, Jackson just went right through the table.
Maybe we can get a replay of that. And just like that, we're seeing it. Right different angle up and down.
Oh, he went right through too.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a stapler. Briscoe's got stapler.
To ensure everything's set up appropriately. Shoot those staples up in the air.
Oh, he spat in his face. A low blow.
When you're fighting guys that are willing to go to guerrilla warfare like the Briscoes are, I don't do anything but condone what Kazarian just did. Totally illegal.
Nice.
Oh. To see you.
Oh my God.
Assistant counter.
Whoa. Oh my God. That was awesome. Slingshot cutter through the table from the outside. Holy.
Sacrificing himself.
Wow. Oh, sledgehammer.
What the hell is that here? Kill him.
Oh, Briscoe's face is crimson, folks. It's all just covered in blood.
He wants him to hit him.
Oh, super kick. Scorpio blocked the kick. And oh! But now the Young Bucks got the ladder. Oh man, the crowd is into it. See, holy moly!
I've never been in a ladder war. There may be something to beat the holy hell out of your opponent so they can't even move and then climb up the ladder. What do you think, Caprice? That's the stat. I didn't know you had to do that.
Oh! Oh my God! Wow! Scorpio got Sky, Frankensteiner to one of the Young Bucks right on the ladder. Oh! Holy moly! I gotta say, man, this match was well worth the wait.
Here we go. If he gets it locked in, if he can climb the ladder, the Young Bucks will once again return to the top of the mountain. You'd like to think enough damage has been done at this point.
All right, comes Briscoe, stop it, and oh, great chair shot to the back. Yep.
That's not going to take much. Back to Valkyrie since Wrestle Kingdom last year.
Oh!
Look at that chair. That chair is no longer standing. Nick Jackson biding his time for Jay Briscoe to turn around. Delivers a shot to the midsection. He's quick faces that chair down.
Oh!
If he wasn't busted it up, and look out! Great ring awareness. SCU counter. Kick in the midsection. Pump up.
Oh! Pump up DDT.
That is a DDT on the floor. Oh my God!
Holy crap. I'm barely trying to catch my breath, folks. Holy moly, this is one of the best matches I've seen all year.
Delivering shots to Cass. I'd be surprised if Mike Falcon has a blood meter. They'll even realize. I'm wondering who's not busted open at this point. Coming from everywhere. Finally, we see Mark Briscoe setting up a ladder in the middle of the ring, which makes you think maybe he thinks About time, though, as I say that. I know, but I agree with you. I mean, there will be a point in time in the match where Briscoes feel it's safe to climb the ladder. And I think that strategy is becoming very clear right now. Everyone were wondering earlier why they just didn't go for the titles. But they just want to make sure there is no doubt before they reach up and grab those championship belts. Probably going for that froggy bow. Ooh. With the canine.
Oh, nice spear.
On the sky. Jay Briscoe. Mafia kick blocked. One, stop, Belton.
Oh, cutter before he could get to it, though.
Kick to the midsection. Jay Triller.
Oh, man. Holy moly. Oh, man, the crowd's really getting into it now. More tag division? I couldn't agree more, man. I really couldn't. This has been an amazing match so far.
I know it's from this wide shot. You got two people looking for tables. I see Mark Briscoe and Scorpio Sky. This is the meaning of ladder war, right here. You're looking for tables, you're looking for chairs, and nobody's looking to climb the ladder. Amazing. What these athletes put their body through. And the bad blood has been boiling for months, almost the greater part of a year between these three teams. That blood going down Briscoe's back.
Oh, yeah, his blood going down his back.
Blood everywhere. I wouldn't be surprised. Are they going for it now? No. Mark Briscoe moves the ladder out of the way. You can guarantee when Briscoe's climbing the ladder, they're climbing on all state sides. All right, how about now? Yeah, this looks like a slightly bigger ladder. It looks like Mark, he wants the biggest ladder.
Oh, now they're bringing the biggest ladder in.
You guys noticed that? I have some experience painting and painting some houses. That ladder.
Yeah, I've done some painting jobs too. So. Oh, what are they planning here?
Here, and we've seen at this very event how dangerous these contraptions can be. I was getting ready to say the same thing. These things come together, and when people fall up, they get hurt really bad. Another boogie? No, redneck boogie. Kazarian gets out of it. Delivers the right.
Oh.
Sends Mark Briscoe into the ladder. It's now Jay Briscoe with the kick in the midsection. Going for that title.
Oh, chair shots to the back.
Looking for another one, maybe. Yes. Oh, no. What?
Oh, no. No, what? Oh! Vintage AJ Styles there, folks. Right on the chair.
He had a plan with that chair, and now he's heading on up. He sure is. And now it's Mark Briscoe.
Oh, now Briscoe's making his way. They're both on the teetering on the ladder.
Briscoe, cut there in. Trading blows.
Oh, Briscoe just bit. Oh, my God.
You would have to think whoever wins this battle.
Oh.
And who's going to win? It's got to be Kazarian. He's right there. Super kick from Nick Jackson. He's the only one. The only one who got a shot to stop Kazarian right here. Rattling. So close. Nick Jackson's ladder is wobbling on unsteady footing. Briscoe.
Oh, right through the table.
Jackson, 15, 20 feet to the floor. Kazarian has his hand on the championship, but he sees the impending doom of Jay Briscoe climbing the ladder. If you plan elimination, you would have to think Jackson is eliminated. Wow!
Oh! Oh, he just went right through the table.
Speaking of elimination,
Oh,
Briscoe has won championship. And it's all academic as well.
Briscoes kept the titles, folks. I thought it would change hands, but it was still a very good match. Holy moly! Kind of figured.
When you think about the fabric, the legacy, the lineage of Ring of Honor, since day one, the Briscoes have encapsulated the best, the worst, and everything in between about Ring of Honor. But tonight, they can say without a shadow of a doubt, they're the greatest tag team in Ring of Honor history, ending the seminal event here in Ring of Honor, winning ladder war, the main event of Final Battle, becoming 10 times over the Ring of Honor tag team champion.
So your winners, the Briscoes.
The winds of change blowing in Ring of Honor. In professional wrestling, we got
Hobo and his girlfriend, I just want to say thank you very much for the shout out. I hope you enjoyed my stream. I had a great time watching this pay-per-view. It was one of the better pay-per-views I've seen this year. There are teams in the WWE just don't get. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, like. Now, I don't know what's going on as far as the tag titles goes. I mean, I'm going to have to look it up now that you mentioned it because
Your Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion, the Briscoes. What a historic night here tonight. History is made. And as Ring of Honor moves into 2019, we have Jay Lethal, we have Jeff Cobb.
All right, I'll do it just right now, actually, now that you mentioned it.
For Colt Cabana, I want to thank everybody for an amazing 2018. We look forward to seeing you in 2019. I'm Ian Riccaboni. Happy wrestling, everybody. We hope you enjoyed this year's Final Battle.
All right, that's it. Show's over. Okay. Just gonna turn off the TV here. Okay, so therefore, I gotta let it digest. Therefore, okay, that ladder war officially was match of the night. Second behind that was the submission match. What to say? Well, kind of a long show, but I have a lot to get through, obviously, but definitely a good show overall. I see big things for Ring of Honor, and then you think about their new show, the G1 Supercard, that's coming up in April. I think that's that's going to be. Yeah, just if anyone wants to see more, just be sure to subscribe. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'll be back to do more streams and and such, and do more reviews and commentary and on things that interest me. But all in all, just a fantastic show. Okay, I'm going to your page right now. Sorry, just give me a sec. Yeah, you can probably hear the wind right now. Okay, Hobo and his girlfriend, I'm going to your page right now. Sorry, there's a bit of slowdown on here. Just give me a sec. There, subscribed. I just subbed your channel, so. Anyone have any questions about the show or anything like that? I'm gonna give the show definitely a solid. I don't know. I mean, like, it was just. I think what Ring of Honor does different. You don't have a lot of this backstage stuff. It's to the point. You don't have all this waiting around, and I think that's what I enjoy about Ring of Honor. Pardon me. Let me get better in the camera here. Pardon me. The wind's picked up again. I think it's kind of slowing down everything, but. Again, another solid show. I'm probably going to be back to do TLC. I'm not sure, but understand I'm going to have to probably do it with the headphones on because I don't want to, with WWE, how anal they are. So I also got to do Impact Homecoming on January 6th. I'll be back for that. I got to say, this was definitely one of the best pay-per-views I've seen this year, next to the NXT and probably the last two Impact shows, Bound for Glory and Slammiversary. Both were amazing shows, by the way. G, yeah, thank you, G. Sorry for the interference and such, but that's Mother Nature for you. I gotta say, I had a great time. I wasn't really excited for the show, but it exceeded my expectations in every way. And I'm definitely excited for the next. Oh, yeah, that's right. Thanks for reminding me. Gee, the Wrestle Kingdom. That's the other one. Thank you. I had it on my list. I kind of forgot. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that too. Wrestle Kingdom 13. It's going to be on midnight where I'm located. So gonna have to stay up late for that one. Oh, of course, of course. I've watched a few of their shows in the past, the Wrestle Kingdoms, and all of them have been pretty good. So I know it's their big event, and so it's their version of WrestleMania. So yeah, I'll definitely do that one. This is how you'd see, like, watching this, I think to myself, this is how you do a pay-per-view, folks. This is how a pay-per-view is done. I mean, WWE, take notes, man. I mean, the crowd was into it, the fans were into it. We had everything we could ask for and so much more. I mean, you don't have all this fucking backstage stuff. It's to the point. It's simple but effective. You mean on no, that's okay, G. Yeah, I think I might be. well, for TLC, of course. Keep in mind, though, I'm gonna have to have the headphones on because you know how WWE is. Because I'm subscribed to WWE Network. I hate to disappoint you, but it just I don't want to get a copyright claim or a copyright strike. So I can't stress it enough. But it's WWE. I don't make the rules. I mean, it's a shame they have to be so anal about their product. But what can I do? I mean, even though I haven't watched an episode of Raw or SmackDown in forever, it seems like. What are they always trying to shove down your throats each episode? Oh yeah, buy the WWE network. See, the reason why they're doing that is because they want you to buy the network. I have it, and I can say it's sort of kind of worth it. I mean, you get a lot of their old stuff, and you don't have to pay max price for the pay per view. So that's why they do it. The wind's picked up again. I think it's kind of interfering with everything. Sorry. Oh, my neighbors are arguing right now. I don't know if you can hear them. Well, it's raining and it's also very windy where I'm at right now. So, so much for a snowy Christmas. If anyone has any questions, let me know. I'm all ears. If you want to talk about anything, really. Questions about the show or questions about wrestling in general, or I really enjoyed the show. I'm probably going to give it a 7 out of 10. The main event being match of the night, and the I Quit match probably being second. I was kind of on and off with Ring of Honor, but I think I'm going to stay. I really think now that their G1 show in April, the one the night before WrestleMania, is going to be huge. I think it's going to be one of the best shows they'll ever do. The Briscoes won the main event. They're the new champions, Jose. But it was a great match, one of the best matches I've seen all year. So stupid wind, crap. Usually when it's really windy, it slows down. The stream just slows down entirely. I apologize. But Jose, it was definitely a good show. Definitely one of the best shows they've done all year round. Nothing really. Just they're posing with the titles. I was a little surprised they let the Briscoes win. I mean, I'm surprised they let them have the titles. I was kind of figured that the Young Bucks were going to keep it or get it because they're young, flashy, and very exciting. Out of all three of them, probably the most exciting of the tag teams, I would think. Well, Jay Lethal kept his title as well, so I've heard rumors that about Paige and Marty, and Omega. I know that Cody Rhodes is going to the All Elite Wrestling. That's set to start sometime next year, I think. Well, after the like I said, I think after G1, the show in April, their big show, their super show with New Japan, Ring of Honor. I think that's really gonna grow our Ring of Honor as a brand. I think, and help them expand. I think because and tonight you had a packed house. You had one of the best pay per views I think I've seen all year round. So I'd put it in my top 10 list. I mean, the last main event was one of the best matches I've seen this year. So, well, the thing with WWE, what's going for it is they're the biggest wrestling promotion in North America and the world over. As bad as the product is right now, I mean, they're still generating the revenue. They're still, selling tickets. They're still, and merchandise. So, I mean, we can criticize it all we want to. They're still winning the wrestling war, whether you like it or not. Um, many can argue that, that Impact and ROH and New Japan are putting out better product. But the problem is the general public is that it's appealing to the general public. That's the problem, I think. When the general public thinks of wrestling, the first thing that comes to mind is the WWE. They're not really thinking about some of these, small companies like Ring of Honor and like Impact. I mean, core wrestling fans like myself and a lot of you guys will watch these companies. Like the ones that I just mentioned. Like they're the ones that are really invested in them. I mean, WWE has so much appeal because of the media, because of they have the support, and they have establishment. I mean, they've been, the dominant franchise for decades now. I mean, only that one time in the 1990s when they were losing. That was it. That was probably the only time they ever had their backs against the wall. Yeah, that too. I mean, like Impact and Ring of Honor, most of their shows are taped, so that doesn't help either. Um, so a lot of the results are kind of given away even before the show even starts, and that works against them in a big way too. So Well, I think another problem is that to the casual fan, like people who watch WWE, they're kind of accustomed to WWE's style of wrestling. They're not really accustomed to other styles, other approaches. I mean, they're accustomed to the soap opera, to the storylines that WWE presents. I mean, I was kind of like that for a while too, because my first memory of wrestling was the WWE. Going back to the days of WCW, WCW kind of had to grow on me. It grew on me over time. But sadly, WCW is no longer with us now, and I just think that's the problem, is that they just don't have the competition. They don't have somebody that could really take it to them and compete with them on a weekly basis. And I mean, having to, because I mean, how do you, like because they are the established brand. I mean, as bad as they are, they're still outperforming a lot of mainstream television. They're still outperforming a lot of the other brands, whether you like to admit it or not. So, all right, I'm gonna end the stream in a few minutes. Any more questions? Because I gotta stretch my legs here because I've been sitting here for close to 4 hours now. So. All right, you got a minute to respond. Otherwise, after that, I'm going to end the stream. So, but I'm going to give the show a solid 7 out of 10. One of the better pay-per-views I've seen all year round. You can catch a repeat of it. I do recommend it. Go to Ring of Honor's website, sign up to the Honor Club. It's well worth it. I might be back for TLC depending how things go, but that's going to be a different stream. I'm going to do Wrestle Kingdom, Homecoming, and a bunch of other things too. I mean, I do all kinds of things on this channel. It's not just wrestling. I do gaming. I talk about things that interest me. So, just want to say, rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and I want to say, wish you all have a good night. I hope you all enjoyed the show. I had a great time watching it, and I'm excited to see where Ring of Honor goes from here. Okay, this is it. Good night, everyone. Take care.